Jake Smith. They've got a lot of talent right there. It'll be interesting to see. It's very overcast here at the moment. Well, it's got a bit fresh now. You're absolutely surprised the way they're going. They picked the Cats in a couple of weeks.
I know you have. I'm going to stick with the Tigers this time around as well. I think they'll be better than Barney this time. Lost the North and Waverley this time around. Lost the North struggling big time.
Yeah, they are. I noticed Tim Bevans, pretty short Tim's first game for the year for Waverley. He played in the East Coast. He'll only have a bit more for the Waverley game. But you'll have to go with Waverley for a pretty comfortable margin. North, I don't think they've got too many changes. So, you just have to know what Waverley, I think, mate.
Yeah, and Renmark and Berri. This is the game of the round. It's a broadcast game. And you would easily go, okay, Renmark here, wouldn't you? But is there... Set up and ready to go there. 5RM footy is live, it's local, it's loving it. We're there for Waiwalk Electrical, Nippy, NQ SA, and that's what the Karuna Store and Brownsville cover as well. And the new Bitnap Servicing. They are the people who put bitumen servicing down, and they do it properly. So we'll go over Renmark straight after this. We're on our way to you, buddy.
Overcast, but I don't think we're going to get any weather out of it. What it will do, Lockie, is make sure that the breeze is very light here. There's almost nothing.
Yes,
it won't affect the conditions for playing. I think, if anything, it'll make it better.
Just having a bit of a walk around before at three-quarter time of the reserves, which is still in the final stages. Berri at the moment holding a commanding lead, 7-13-55, playing the Renmark Rovers, 2 straight goals. There is a little bit of breeze going directly across the ground from what you would say the grandstand side right towards the scoreboard.
Not enough to ripple the sock over there, though, so nothing too major. And look, the ovals looks in particularly good condition, and so they should be in the Riverland with all the rain we've had during the winter this time and the warm weather during the days. So that's all good. Hey, Lockie, a couple of late changes to both sides that we didn't have. Renmark losing Tim Blight for today and gaining Brodie Rover taking his place. And for Berri, they got a very big out in Brodie Thompson there. What would you say? Probably their top seed. They're obviously their key ruckman and major driver in the middle, but I would say, their top seed almost, probably behind Luke Teasdale. He misses today. Also missing is Mitchell Folds, who's been up from the under-18s, having a game or two in the last month. His space is taken by Rory Maloney, who we saw last time. Maroney. Yeah, come on, Nobby, get your pen right.
That's all right. All good. Yeah, he's certainly been a bit of a revelation in recent weeks. Rory Maroney, a bit of a live wire forward.
He was good against Loxton too, if I remember rightly, in round one, Lockie.
Yep, and at Loxton North that day when we saw the Berri Demons absolutely demolish the Panthers in that fourth quarter.
I'm looking forward to today's game for a whole lot of reasons. I mean, Renmark, okay, they've been clearly the best side during the comp so far, with the exception of dropping a game to Loxton up here. But you got to admire Berri. They never throw it in, do they? And they, last week that close game against Loxton with only 3 points, where they led most of the game and Loxton ran them down the last quarter. Look, I think it'll come down to who can kick the most goals. Well, there's a bit of a statement of the bleeding obvious, but I think whoever's forward line operates the best will take the spoils today, mate.
And certainly with Tim Blight out, I mean, he really is a big target up forward.
Yep.
That's a key out. But in saying that, we've seen Jack Austin in recent weeks, in recent years, become a very much a prominent forward.
Yeah, Jack and Dane Austin, both of them. And of course, they kick a lot of goals out of the midfield too. Guys like Ricky Garrett get down and do their bit. And the Wolford boys, Dan and Tim and Matt, they're always around, like a bit like the not like the Kelly gang, a bit more like the guys from OK Corral, like the Earp brothers. I reckon that's how they go. The only way you can't tell them apart is because they don't wear hats. As in Berri's side for the Demons, look for a big game from Matt Hodge in the middle. We'll be looking for Voigt to make his presence felt across half forward to give them something to kick at. And of course, live wire Luke Teasdale will get a lot of the ball in the middle. How well he uses it could determine how well they go. And of course, proven goal kicker Jason Wesley, always dangerous in that forward line, Lockie.
Yeah, Jason Wesley certainly a very important factor of this Berri side, and he really is a danger player for the Renmark Rovers to look out for. Look, I don't think the Rovers play a type of tagging game. I wouldn't have thought they're going to do that. They try and win the footy themselves and take the game on, which is what we like to see here at 5RM Football, thanks to McDonald's Renmark. But in saying that, if it did become an issue, can you see the Rovers maybe thinking about that?
Look, I suspect that they play a pretty rigid, structured game around the ball, where they always have one player back on the defensive side of any stoppage, and they look to work it around the stoppage, get it back to that defensive player who's looking at their goals so they can drive it forward. Now, Teasdale, as we know, he virtually runs around a bit like, it's going to sound terrible, a bit like an unregistered dog. He's just all over the place, isn't he? And picking up kicks at will. I tend to think they'll play their own game, they'll let him play his game. But should he start having an effect and doing a bit of damage, don't be surprised to see someone like one of the Wolford boys go to him and play off him. Not so much try and lock him down, but try and play off him so they can do as much damage as he does, I think. Yeah, certainly an important matchup this afternoon. Look, a pretty important game too. I mean, the Rovers are on top of the table. Look, it's hard to see them losing that top spot. And there it is, full time of the reserves. A big win for Berri. 13-61 to 2 goals, only 12. But just getting back to that point I was mentioning, look, it's hard to see Renmark losing top spot, let alone a top 2 spot. But for the Berri Demons, if they are any hope of getting that top 2 double chance final, it's a must win today. Well, they've got to fancy themselves for still to make the top 2, because they had a very, very close contest with Loxton last week. Like we said, 3 points. They beat Loxton in round 1 over at Loxton. So they've got plenty of confidence to think they belong in the top 2. Their problem's going to be getting enough wins to get in there, and they're going to have to beat either Renmark or Loxton again, even though they dropped the game to them last week, to finish above Loxton. And that win that Loxton had over Renmark is in effect a real bonus for them in the top 2 fight.
It certainly is that top two fight. Look, let's quickly have a chat about the other games going on this afternoon.
Yep.
Out at Tigerland, probably the most interesting one this afternoon. The Loxton Tigers currently sitting second. They host the Barmera Monash Roos, who put in a pretty good effort last week against the Waikerie Magpies. Unable to get the chocolates, but not a bad effort.
And it's a Tiger team without their coach, playing coach Dylan Millard, who sits this one out with some soreness because, as you told me this morning, very tough game last week at the Berri Oval. He's having a rest.
It certainly was a tough encounter last week. The other game this afternoon is, of course, out at Panther Park. The winless Panthers at this stage take on the Waikerie Magpies, who are only getting stronger week in, week out. A bit of a slow start by Waikerie standards, but building, and a big couple of key ins today. Tim Bevan, their captain, back in the side today, is certainly going to increase that.
Look, I think the Pies are still vulnerable, especially out there at Loxton North, in a game that doesn't appear to have too much on it for them. It'll be interesting to see. We saw the Brownsville Bombers break their long duck in the independent comp last week. And what's to say Loxton North Panthers can't do the same, Lockie?
Yep, there it is. And there we go. The Renmark Rovers, the A-grade, led out onto the field by Captain Matthew Wolford. Look, a pretty settled side, you'd say, Nobby.
Yep.
A couple of key outs, of course, but nonetheless, player in, player out with the Rovers. That's how they work it.
Garter will be looking forward to having another big day with no Brody Thompson from Berri. He'll almost feel like the ruck is his all over the ground. But like you said this morning when we were reviewing the game, you've got Thomas Finlay, who's a deputy vice captain for the Demons. Not as tall as Zach, but gets around the ground and does a lot of damage on ball.
Certainly does. We're going to take a quick song when we return. The first quarter underway, Riverland football, thanks to Donald's Renmark. The Berri Demons.
Maybe it's just the sort of club they are, with the seconds forming a guard of honour for the A's to run out through, and the seconds having a very, very comfortable win. I think it's probably more about how Clint Ridgway's got this club going. It's a senior group. It's not an A grade and a B grade, Lockie. It's a senior group of players, and they back each other in both comps.
They certainly do, and a very good club all around the Berri Demons. And let's not forget to a very strong women's side in Riverland women's football in recent years, the Berri Demons. So certainly a strong club feel going on at Berri this year and in recent years for that matter.
So we're both thinking that the Rovers will take the spoils today here on their home ground. But in saying that, what we're looking for here, Lockie, is a very, very spirited contest from the Demons, so that firstly, they make them earn it, and secondly, they get it one step closer for later in the year.
Certainly do. Look, we spoke about the conditions just before. Look, as we've spoken for the last few minutes, more sun is appearing at Renmark this afternoon. Maybe let's have a look at maybe some contenders for the young charger this afternoon. Of course, it is the best on ground for under 23s, roughly speaking. If someone's had a 23rd birthday, maybe in the last year, we let them fly. But
there's a few amongst them, both sides, Lockie.
Certainly is. Look, let's look at Renmark straight up. I look at the Austin boys.
Yep.
Look, they're very much contenders for that. Ricky Garrett not quite eligible anymore. He's a bit past our cut-off.
He might look short and young, but he's and run that way, but he's quite experienced, actually.
Yeah. Look, Brody Rover's probably another one that that gets into that one as well. So a couple of contenders there for the Renmark Rovers. Berri Demons, on the other hand.
Jason Wesley's number one off the list, isn't he?
Yeah, certainly is, and he's probably also a contender for the best on ground. And we are yet this year to have someone do the double, the young charger and the best on ground. So today, maybe it could be that day.
We'd be including probably Charlie Holtham and Hugo Krieger in that lineup. Wes Frankel for sure. Berri got quite a young side, but a good sprinkling of of experienced large body players, as we keep talking about, in Hodge and Voigt and Tom Jolly around amongst them, and they're quite well balanced. Probably lack the height that Renmark hold, because Renmark with Haynes and Austin and of course Zach Gardery, quite tall.
Yes, certainly. Looking at the sides as they match up, Renmark probably have a bit of a height advantage in a couple of their defenders as well as some forwards. Berri, on the other hand, probably a few more options when it comes to maybe on bowlers and maybe that run-off half-back, as we've seen. This is how Berri are attacking the footy. The times we've seen Berri this year, a lot of their goals come from on the run. You spoke about Jason Wesley just before. Roy Maroney's another one.
Yep.
Not so much the side that takes that key mark and goes back for the set shots. They are very much a kick-on-the-run type operation.
They sure are, and they've got a few blokes. Jake Eagle is another one. He goes all right and gets forward at times to look like a scoring danger. I really believe it, and of course we haven't talked about Brad Rosenzweig.
Yeah,
he
another
gets a fair
hard
bit of
charger.
it and gets forward, yeah.
Let's look at maybe some of the contenders. I know it's early days, but mark of the day for MTSA, your local apprentice and trainee specialist. Looking at a few of the sides, Jason Wesley has won that a couple of times this year.
Yeah, Jack Austin from Renmark's no slouch when it comes to that side of it, and as solid as he is across half back, Fraser Sampson has the ability to get up and about a bit, and is capable of doing a backflip, not necessarily while he's marking the ball, but can do it all. They're quite athletic types of guys, and I think, like you said, you mentioned Wesley already. I'm thinking Penaluna's, he's got a bit of that about him too, Lockie.
Certainly does. The goal of the day for the Peruna Store and Brownswell Tavern. You can kick goals 7 days a week at the Peruna Store and Brownswell Tavern. Look, Berri excite me quite a bit in this category.
Yep.
Roy Maroney and Jason Wesley, obviously some early contenders, but some other players that I think might pop up in that one. Hodges bagged a couple of nice goals this year as well. Wouldn't be surprised if Luke Teasdale doesn't feature in that one today. Maybe today's the day he rocks up forward and kicks a couple of goals rather than handballing it to someone else to kick it.
Yeah, he tends to do most of his work inside the centre square, doesn't he? Like always moving. That's one thing about Luke Teasdale. Never stops moving. And I think if he can push forward, he can become a scoring danger for them.
Certainly is. Look, the hardest worker and hard moment for Bitmax Surfacing, for the hardest working asphalt and bitumen professionals, look no further than Bitmax Surfacing, bitmaxsurfacing.com.au.
No one harder than probably Voigt from Berri, Michael Voigt, always in and under, always ferreting it out. And when you go to that kind of player in the Renmark side, well, not many harder than the veteran Trevor Thorpe, Lockie. He's always in and under. Throw in Harry Beavis as well, and they've got some hard units themselves.
They certainly do. Look, the coin toss has occurred. Not sure who actually won it. I was a little bit blocked by the boundary umpires. And speaking of, if you want to get into boundary umpiring, they've put the call out this week to get on board. 12 years old, all you have to be to get into that, and they can teach you everything you need to know.
Some very good recompense for it. If you're thinking you might want some pocket money, don't ask mum and dad. Come along to the footy and do some boundary umpiring.
Absolutely.
Get fit at the same time.
And talk about a possible career. AFL umpires earn some serious coin.
Yes. Look, I reckon they're right on the cusp of becoming full-time in the AFL itself.
So if you're going through school and you're getting the hard questions like what do you want to do after school, and you're getting, there's lots of opportunities out there as we keep getting told.
Yeah, don't be frightened to say boundary umpire, goal umpire, or field umpire.
Wouldn't that shock the teacher if you said that? And what do you want to be, a carpenter? No, I want to be an AFL umpire. Berri has won the toss, and they will be kicking it to, what would you say, the rec centre end?
Yep, I'd call it the tennis club end, should we?
The Alan Coulter Recreation Centre end. So the town end, I guess.
As opposed to the hospital end, we'd call the other end, wouldn't we?
Yes, we'll refer that as the, maybe the Chafee end.
Yes.
The Renmark North end.
Well, Chafee brothers very instrumental in this town right from the word go.
There it is. Umpire in the centre, ball up. Finlay and Gartree do battle. Renmark get their handball away, but the ball's hit the ground. A wild soccer off the ground, doesn't go too far, and the umpire will say my ball, and they'll go again, Nobby.
Some good body work there by Thomas Finlay, carrying the ball forward. He's here for the game.
So another contest in the middle. Gartree, good tap, but it's Berri that get the handball. But then it's the Renmark that go on the attack, and they go towards their half forward. Good mark across half forward. Handball over. Kick into the forward 50. Not sure who the target was. The ball spills forward.
Oh.
Good turn from Alex Hayes. Dishes off one, but then gets wrapped up, and that will be holding the ball.
You had an opportunity.
So Berri now, kick towards the pocket. And it's
There he is.
Teasdale that's got his first touch of the day, Nobby.
Didn't take him long, Lockie.
Quick kick
Won't
over
be
the
his
top.
last.
Finds Grieger just on the half-back flank. Scoreboard side. Small kick over the top. Finds Wesley.
Yep. Very moving the ball short, but cleverly into open space to a player.
Wesley now brings the ball back in board. It was a
Oh.
bit of a wild kick, and the Rovers managed to intercept through Sampson. Sampson now kicks towards half forward. Jared Rowe's the target. Rowe unable to mark it. Berri Demons working hard to clear this one out. Gets that wrapped up again, and it's
The ball
Tom
rolling
Jolly that's
forward.
diving on it, and it'll be a ball up on Berri's half forward, Nobby Norton.
Yes, and plenty of players around the ball. Game is still in tight.
And there he is, ball up in the centre again. Sorry, half forward.
Finlay
for the Demons.
taking it out of ruck, but being tackled straight away. Ball will go up again.
Umpire Tony Florence says that's my ball. And it's another ball up. Good tap from Gartree. Manages to find a target. Howard gets a kick away out of the contest, but it goes straight to the Berri Demons.
Yeah, loose man behind the ball.
And that's Corbett. We saw him last week pop up and did quite a lot of handy work across half-back.
I've got a feeling Berri are going to have to hang on and stay close as they can on the scoreboard.
Corbett kicks into the centre and finds Wesley. Not going for the quick switch at the moment, looking for a target.
This is not a bad move from Berri rather than giving it back to the Rovers.
Wesley finds Langford. Langford kicks sideways, comes grandstand side and finds Tom Jolly.
Yep.
Jolly, kick over the top. It was a loose kick. Voigt was the target. Managed to do the half volley pick up, but Josh Vader for the Rovers manages to intercept. And through Mitch Jenke finds Tim Wolford.
There's a 25-yard penalty. Finlay going over the mark, trying to stop the play on.
Good kick. Finds Garrett. Kick up
Ooh,
forward.
nice
and intercept mark from the Berri Demons. Now they've got a bit of space through Teasdale. Teasdale finds Hodge over the top. Hodge kicks. Then it's Grieger on the half volley. Manages to get around one. Josh Howard for the Rovers is looking dangerous, but unable to get it. Now Teasdale's working hard to dive off the ground.
That's his third handball in 60 seconds. He's racking up the stats already.
At the Rovers through Dan Wolford go forward. Penaluna's in there for the Demons. Manages to get a handball forward and clear it out and finds Jacob Grieger again, who goes back in board. Teasdale, quick hands. Finds Corbett over the top.
They got a loose one out here. They see him out in the wing.
And now Hodge, a great kick over the bound centre square and a great mark from Tom Jolly.
Yep.
Sorry, Hawkins.
Yeah, he's dangerous out here on this wing.
Hawkins goes forward. No one from the Demons unable to mark it. Rosenzweig's working hard. Woolston
This
gets
is
a
better
kick forward.
movement. Hodge again through him.
Teasdale kicks into the forward 50. Who's the target? The ball drops short. The Rovers are working hard and they manage to clear it out of their defensive 50. Voigt for the Demons tries to chase it down, but the Rovers clear it out, and now the ball's
Garrett again on the wing.
on the wing. So an interesting start, Nobby.
He's already popped up a couple of times, Ricky Garrett, covering a bit of ground. And takes on the man on the mark, runs around him and drives the ball long into the forward lines of Renmark.
Matty O'Loughlin for the Rovers kicks forward. It's a wild kick into the goals area. Rovers, no one's able to mark it, and there he has. And Jack Austin manages to get a couple of bites of the cherry and takes the first grab up forward of the day.
I'm not sure if he was the only one biting that cherry though, Loggy.
No, there was a couple of fans in there. Don't worry about that.
Few extra sets of teeth marks on that one, I think.
So Austin now comes in.
It's in the scorebook.
There it is. And that's the first goal of the day on the Wireworks Electrical scoreboard to Jack Austin.
Yep. Not a goal of the day candidate, but unless, of course, there are no more for the Peruna store.
Yeah, look, a good mark.
Tavern.
A good mark nonetheless from Austin up forward, and quite a big body. And obviously the Demons were unable to get a spoil on that, but
Umpire paid it. You go back and you slot them.
certainly do. So the first goal of the day on the Wireworks Electrical scoreboard, it's the Rovers. One goal, playing the Berri Demons, yet to score.
Looking at that Rovers forward line, you can see they have a distinct height advantage through Austin. They look maybe it's the up and down stripes make them look taller, Lockie, but they do appear to overshadow their Demon opponents.
Certainly do. So the ball back in the centre. First quarter Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark. And the ball goes up.
Umpire Linky throwing it high.
Finlay and...
He got a hand on that first and Hodge in straight away.
And then you've got Teasdale that couldn't get it. And there'll be another ball up.
Berri have got to keep that competition, that contest around the ball going for the whole game to be a chance here today.
So another ball up in the centre. It wasn't Gartree that did the rough work there. Now the Rovers try and clear it out. Dan Wolford goes on the attack into their attacking 50. And a great grab up forward from Dane Austin. On half forward, kicks into the 50. And Jack Austin.
The Demon player could have been intercepted there, but
that might have been a third umpire one if that was a slips catch, but he's got the mark.
Started very well, Jack Austin. Second mark inside the forward 50. Second shot at goal. And you'd think this one's probably a little bit easier than the first, Lockie.
Kicking from 35 out on a 15-degree angle. The number 37. Hair flowing in the breeze.
There's the kiss of death. That went out in the 4. I reckon I just snuck in for a point.
A minor score to the Renmark Rovers. 1-1-7 plays the Berri Demons. Yet to score. Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark. Tom Jolly's going to take the kick out. Sorry, Langford.
And plays on.
Takes a bounce. Then kicks towards the grandstand side.
Whoa! Well, now there's our first contender for the MTESA mark of the day.
At Woolston, but the kick was wobbly, and now it's back on the attack into the Rovers attacking 50. Haynes working hard. Ball spills to ground. The Demons dive on it, and it'll be a ball up in the forward pocket of the Renmark Rovers.
Tell you what, Lockie, while you're watching play on, just have a look at Dan Wolford. Does he ever get a man standing?
Well, it's an interesting style they're playing, but yes, you might have to ask the question. Demons get the free from the contest and kick straight across for the switch, and a good mark from Tom Jolly on the opposite forward pocket. Quick kick over the top, finds Penaluna. Penaluna kicks back inboard, finds Edgell.
Yep. They're up and about, the Demons, just having trouble getting it past centre here. Here we go. Finlay. Oh, nice contest at the ball.
Yeah, running against the flow of the ball, and a good contest.
But kept his eye on the ball and attacked it.
So there'll be a ball up. Grandstand side, Riverland football, Renmark Oval. Finlay and Gartree in the ruck again. Gartree tried to jump over Finlay, but Finlay wasn't moving anywhere. The Rovers managed to clear it out through a series of Wolfords and finds Josh Vader on half forward. Quickly over the top, and there's Austin again.
He is a handful already. If you're Clint Ridgway, you're thinking, what do I do next?
What options have you got?
He's very quick on the lead too, Lockie.
Is it one of those situations for a few weeks ago with Luke? We'll just see what happens with Jack Austin as he comes in for a kick.
And he hasn't missed that one.
Puts it away. 2-1. 13, Renmark Rovers, Berri Demons yet to score. Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark.
And really, it's all the score off the boot of Jack Austin at the moment. He's kicked all of it from three attempts inside the 50. I'm not sure what you do. I mean, it's hard for a defender when the ball's coming in so easily, without pressure, and it's one-on-one. I'm thinking Wes Frankel's got his hands full there with Austin. Maybe you make the decision and switch Krieger onto him now straight away.
Well, Krieger's picking up Haynes, but Haynes is on.
Here they are. The move's on.
All right.
They've done it.
The runner's gone out there.
So Clint must have been listening. He's tuned in because he's done exactly as we suggested. Krieger onto Austin.
He really has been the key defender for the Demons all year, and normally gets the big jobs. So that'll be an interesting matchup. Ball back underway in the centre. The Rovers get a quick clearance, but it doesn't go too far, and there'll be another ball up. Nobby Norton.
Yeah, Tim Wolford getting plenty of it in the middle, as are his siblings, who seem to feed straight off it. Gartery up, gets a big hit out straight down the throat of Hodge, who keeps hold of the ball and forces another ball up. Up it goes again. This time Finlay gets the hit out, but straight to a Renmark player. Straight out of the pack. And to the half-forward line, a nice mark. Plays on straight away to Dan Wolford, who drives it deep into attack for Renmark.
And 10 minutes gone on the Nippies clock. The Rovers go on the attack, but it'll be a stoppage.
Oh, holding the man. The umpire didn't like it.
And the Rovers, through Josh Howard, they're going to get a free kick very much within goal range.
This is where the Demons have to put the brakes on. Otherwise, they can quickly be 5 goals down by quarter time, and the game is effectively out of their reach.
Howard now, kicking from 20 out, 15-degree angle, goes back, and it's a wobbly
let
kick.
him off.
And the Demons are off the hook just. 2-2-14 plays the Demons yet to score. Riverland football from McDonald's Renmark.
So you said 12 minutes gone in the quarter. It's a matter for Berri trying to hang on and reset here.
So the Demons now will gather this one up. Ball still taking a bit of time to come back to the kick out, and that sort of hurts the Demons a bit because it's given the Rovers a good chance to set up quite a structured zone.
Well, it's a wall a bit like former President Trump was trying to build in Southern America.
So the Demons now bring this one out through Corbett. Looks for Finlay. He was the target. But a great grab from Dane Austin.
Yep.
And that is a contender for the MTSA Mark of the Day, your local apprentice and training specialist. Kicks forward. Other Austin is the target. Works it forward. Ball spills out.
Garter, having a rest up there. Nearly brought that down.
So the Demons through Teasdale and Penaluna clear it out and finds Jolly in the forward pocket.
He's been prominent early.
Back to Teasdale.
Having his 10th handball, I reckon.
Corbett working hard.
This is better from Demons, trying to run it out of defence. Up to the wing.
Oh, great
nice
mark.
Oh, played on.
Oh,
played
no one was talking to him.
Tackled and gone for holding the ball.
It was the right idea, but unfortunately there was a couple of Rovers hot on his tail.
Here we go, another turnover to Rosenzweig, gets the ball out.
Voigt went on a wild kick on goal, finds Rosenzweig, ball spills way up in the air, the Rovers are underneath it and spills over the line for a rush behind.
Matt Wolford covering plenty of ground to get back there and help out.
So that's the Rovers' the Demons' first score on the Wildworks Electrical scoreboard. It's the Rovers 2-2-14 playing the Demons 1 behind. 13 minutes gone, first quarter Riverland football, 5RM.
Easy out for the Demons.
Dan Austin now
for the
works
Renmark. There they go, move it across to the wing without even, hang on, 1%er. Very smother it.
Demons are working hard. Teasdale, good tackle. And will this be a ball up? It will be a ball up.
Lockie, I can see what the coach of Renmark is up to. He's trying to stretch the Berri big man depth.
So the Demons, the Rovers now go towards the wing again. O'Loughlin,
what a mark.
Great
Courageous
grab.
mark. That's more of a hard ball get than a mark.
It is a bit Max Jefferson hard moment for Matty O'Loughlin there for the Rovers. Finds Rowe on the half forward flank and just hold station for a second.
He's playing high half forward, getting plenty of touches there.
Kicks inboard, finds Garrett. Garrett now goes on a driving kick in towards the forward 50. Jack Austin was the target, unable to mark it. Ball spills over the front to Vader.
Couldn't get through.
And the Demons work it over the line and it'll be a behind.
Better contest with Krieger on Austin there, Lockie. You could see he wasn't going to get an easy mark or get away from him.
And Jacob Krieger takes the kick out with no one on him, but kicks it straight to Trevor Thorpe for the Rovers.
He's up close for the goal than he normally gets.
And that's found Haynes just in nearly the centre of the ground.
See, Haynes on ball at the moment. Both Gartery and Austin up forward.
Kicks forward. Gartery was the target, keeps his feet, but it's Tom Jolly that manages to mop it up.
He's the Berri ruckman, Finlay.
Switches it. He was kicked when he was tackled while he was kicking rather, and kicks it out of bounds on the fall.
Haynes putting plenty of forward pressure on there. For a big fella, he covers the ground quick, and he put pressure on the opposing ruckman.
So it's Josh Vader that's got the ball in the attacking forward pocket.
Always make something happen, the coach.
He signalled something.
Yeah, I think he signalled, I'm kicking a goal.
Goes for home himself.
And that's exactly what he did.
He slotted it. Yep. And that is a contender for the Peruna Store and Brownsville Tavern goal of the day.
That is it at the moment. That's clubhouse leader, Lockie.
3 goals to 20. Plays the Demons 1 behind. 15 minutes gone. First quarter Riverland football, 5RM.
Yeah, they've got to hang on, don't they? They've just got to hang on here.
Look, some good patches of play from the Demons early, Nobby, but as you said, just a momentary lapse of concentration.
The turnover here in front of us on the Demon half-forward line, when they looked after a great mark, and they looked like breaking it open, Bang, straight back the other end, under pressure.
So the ball back in the centre. The Demons signalling a couple of things towards the bench. I'm not sure if they want to try and switch something. Hodge in the centre for the Demons now. Key switch up. Corbett's in there as well. Finlay plus Teasdale.
Yeah.
Again, the Demons fans telling him to get noisy. And Teasdale gets his hands on it, but Rowe wraps it up, and that will be another ball up.
You'd say Teasdale's getting plenty of it, but you're not sure how much effect he's having on the game.
Ball up in the centre. Good tap from Haynes from the Rovers. Goes forward. Rowe's working hard to get the ball off the ground.
Good tackle.
Yeah, and the young Rover wrapped up there, the 24 of Dane Austin. But took the game on, Nobby, and that's what we like to see.
Yeah, well, Berri won't stop coming.
So Haynes in the ruck for the Rovers. Gets a tap on it, but doesn't go too far. And Rosensweig from the Demons gets it wrapped up, taken to ground. Another ball up.
Wrapped up by Matt Wolford, and his defensive work goes unnoticed sometimes.
The ball taps out towards the way of the Berri Demons, but the Rovers work hard through Jaden Bonner. And now the Demons are trying to mop it up in their
they have a
defensive
loose
50.
man back there. Grieger again, I think. Hockey.
Yep, Jacob Grieger doing some hard work there. Finds Finlay. He's got a bit of space, but he doesn't anymore.
All of a sudden, it's 3 Rovers on Finlay, and he's saddled up and strapped down, a bit like cow roping, wasn't it? The 3 of them got him and brought him to the ground.
Unable to mop it up. If he got away with that cleanly, he might have had a couple more moments to work out what the go was. So, ball now on the half-back flank of the Demons. There's a ball up. Rovers try to drive it forward. Doesn't go too far, and there'll be another ball up.
I tell you, we haven't seen much of Wesley this quarter. He's been thrown up onto the ball.
So another ball up. What can the Demons do here?
Nice hit out.
But a great clearance from the Rovers and a good running snap on goal. And Ricky Garrett unable to put that one away.
Gee, a nice bit of work around the ball, wasn't it? Nice, clever little flick on, and Garrett hit that at top pace.
Yeah, good clearance. Kel Morath just looking dangerous up forward as well. So the Demons now try to bring this one out.
Good mark.
And find Corbett on half-back.
They need more of that in the defence.
So Corbett's just looking for a target. And decides to go wide. Wesley.
Yep, here he is. He's going to have to lift and do a bit for him.
Wesley just hold station. Broadcast side wing.
He's got to come down the line, play for the boundary towards us.
And does what Nobby
Here
suggests.
All on his own.
Good grab from Milburn.
Yep, Hodge. Oh, they turn it over again.
So the turnover's proving costly for the Demons. And Brown for the Rovers manages to find his
Fraser Sampson.
defensive switchman in Sampson.
Gee, he had that many options in the middle. He wasn't sure. The reason it took him so long is he wasn't sure who to kick it to out of them all.
A wobbly kick from Brody Rover, but it doesn't matter because the Rovers have now gone on the attack. And Matty O'Loughlin, good grab on half forward. Decides against playing on, kicks forward. Good grab from Matt Wolford.
Doesn't he cover some ground, Lockie?
Certainly does.
Rushing the ball
Sorry,
through.
Morath.
Rushing the ball through in defence.
I got my 6s and my 8s
Don't worry,
mixed
he's
up there.
right next to him. That's why no fault of yours. Wolford was right next to him.
So Kel Morath now for a set shot on goal.
Could have pushed him out of the way and marked it himself.
What can Kel Morath get in the scoreboard this afternoon? It's a good
He
kick.
likes it. He likes it.
That is a beautiful set shot. He slotted that one from 45 out.
He's kicked, and it's gone through by plenty. He's kicked that all of 50 metres.
The Rovers extend the lead. 4-3-27 plays the Berri Demons one behind.
They're right in danger country here, the Demons.
We have seen the Demons respond in the past, though, Nobby.
Yeah, they have. They come back against Loxton, trailing by nearly 4 goals at half-time to knock them off.
Nearly 20 minutes gone. First quarter Riverland football. Live RM from McDonald's Renmark. Look, what can the Demons do, Nobby? Wesley's got to go on ball.
Well, the best way of keeping the Rovers from scoring is get it up your end. So they must push this ball forward.
The Demons have thrown Charlie Holtham into the middle, who makes immediate impact, but wrapped up.
This is where the 6-6-6 gives them a chance.
So Finlay and Gartrey now back in the ruck. Edgel for the Demons gets a wobbly kick sideways.
Yeah. Nice one-handed collect, though.
Teasdale might be able to mop it up, but he can't. Harrison Brown dives on it. Good head over the ball footy. And there'll be a ball up. grandstand side wing.
Yep. And here, Gartery back into the ruck against Finlay. Finlay comes out of the pack, throws it on the left boot, drives it to the Berri half-forward line.
Great work, Moroney.
Great work by Moroney there.
But
Teasdale turns it over.
A kick forward and finds Brodie Rover in defence. Quick handball over to Brown and finds Trevor Thorpe. On the switch is on for the Rovers, and we've seen this time and time again. Finds Gartry, good mark.
Gee, they just run to the open side, don't they? As soon as someone gets the ball on their side, out they go.
Kick over the top, finds Dan Wolford. Dan Wolford looking back inboard. Finds Garrett. Garrett kick into the attacking 50. Jack Austin was the target. Yeah. Good spoiling work from Krieger. And the ball goes towards the boundary line, and that's out of bounds. That was a bit better from the Demons there from Austin. Yeah, and
Krieger has put the clamps on him, hasn't he?
Yeah, since that switch has been done, he hasn't looked quite as dangerous.
No.
So Berri coach Clint Ridgway using his defensive assets wisely.
Free kick to Finlay in the ruck for Berri.
22 minutes gone, first quarter, Riverland football, 5RM.
He's rucked the whole first quarter. How can he do this for another 3, Lockie?
Big oval as well.
Yeah.
This would have another, 25 metres on Berri. Yep. We saw him do it last week, and it's also the width of Renmark that's deceiving too.
Already Vader running 2 or 3 against him have changed him over. Guttery's had a spill.
So a ball up on half forward.
There's Vader gets the ball out beautifully.
Handball over the top, finds Matt Wolford. Wolford looking for a target, and no one was on him. That is Alex Haynes. And he'll go back for a shot on goal.
Fairly tough ask for the Berri defenders with the height they're having to give away there.
Kicking from 35 out on a 20-degree angle. Kicking to the Renmark north end. Quarter time wouldn't be too far away.
Just so to that one. Yep.
And there's another one in the book for the Rovers. 5 goals, 3 plays, 1 behind for the Demons. The Rovers in a commanding position in this first quarter of Riverland football.
The other thing that you're going to look at here that's a bit threatening for them is they've had 8 shots at goal. I don't think it's been in the Berri 50 more than a couple of times, Lockie.
We saw them go in that once, and they were unlucky to... Well, they got that one behind, and there was maybe one other time, but... Yeah, it's all been Renmark in this first quarter with no breeze to report that would be impacting that end. It's a pretty dangerous proposition.
I think you gather them up at quarter time and try and work out changing the game plan a bit.
23 minutes gone on the Nippies clock. First quarter, ball back in the centre. Holtham tries to get the clearance. Edgell for the Demons. He's running the wrong way, but he can't find anyone for a handball. Does the U-turn.
Wesley.
Good mark from Jason Wesley.
Now he got a hand in the back as he marked that. That should have been up for a 25 there.
Wesley now has the kick on the wing. Kicks into the attacking 50. Finlay was the target. Hodge manages to get his hands on it over the back. Handballs forward. Kick forward. Holtham was there.
Oh, well done. Tried to keep it in. This is what they've got to do. Try and put the pressure on the Rovers.
And as you say that,
throw.
The Rovers clear it out, but there'll be a free to the Demons.
Yep, a throw paid against Trevor Thorpe, which will give the Demons a shot at goal from, 40 out? 45 out?
45 out. Voigt's the man for the job. A very important kick as quarter time beckons.
They need more from their round-the-ballers in Hodge and Voigt.
See Clint Ridgway, the Berri coach, is working instructions. I see Josh Vader signalling to the bench as well.
Distance, no problem.
Contest in the square.
And Gartery comes forward and manages to reach out and just stop that.
About 1.5 metres from the goals, but he kicked it straight to Tom Jolly for the Demons. The ball's substantially wider now. That's nearly boundary line stuff. Oh, small kick from Jolly and just finds the Rovers, who managed to clear it out through a series of handballs. Tom Jolly now goes back for the second effort because he feels pretty bad about that kick. But the Rovers clear it out.
Oh, nice mark.
But
centre wing. Holtham, was it?
Archie Holtham, that one. Yeah.
Oh, turns it over at half-back for Renmark, and they bring it to the other side wing. And look who it is. Matt Wolford with literally acres to run in.
And decides to work it forward. Rose the target. Oh, unable to mark it. Grieger picks it up, then wrapped up by Rowe, and that'll be a ball up on the half-forward flank of the Rovers.
don't think Hodge is giving him enough here. He goes to his knees too much, Lockie. I'm wondering whether he's fully fit.
Ball up. Vader gets the clearance out. Austin was the target, decides to kick over the top, and it's a minor score. Vader had the right idea there.
Yeah, he probably had a bit more time than he thought too, Lockie, to be honest with you. He could have run that almost in.
We're nearly on quarter time. It's the Rovers leading convincingly. 34 playing, 1 behind. Kick out for the Demons. They try and gather it up.
Yeah, that was high.
The Demons are looking a bit rushed around the contest this afternoon.
It's the pressure the Rovers bring to the ball with more than one person.
So the Demons are going to get a free on half back. Small kick over the top.
No.
T-Star was the target, but it fell short by a while. Jason Wesley, good pick up off the ground.
That's better. Drive it long.
Finds Corbett, who goes on the attack. Voigt was the target, but Trevor Thorpe manages to gather it up.
Under Voigt's feet. You know, if you're going to kick to centre forward like that, you need someone front and square.
And the Rovers now bring it back.
Gee, they're off straight away. Wolford to Wolford to Wolford.
And this is where they're dangerous, on the rebound.
On the wing, Garrett drives it in again. Oh, got a nice little help under the ball, but...
Great grab from Jared Rowe.
Yeah.
And a little bump to
accompany it. The umpire was right there and didn't see anything wrong with it, so...
Well, there it is, quarter time, but Jared Rowe is still going to have his kick as the Rovers hold a commanding lead, and this would be a bit of a crushing way to end this quarter for the Demons.
Talk about kicking a goal in the red time. This is a kicking a goal in the free time.
He's kicking it from 40 out on a 20-degree angle.
He likes the look of it too.
Good kick off the boot, but...
He likes it.
And that's a goal. So 6-4-40 plays the Berri Demons, 1 behind at quarter time. Plenty more to come at Riverland football. And it's the Rovers that are holding a commanding lead at quarter time. 6-4-40 playing the Berri Demons. One behind. Nobby, the Berri Demons got a bit of work to do.
They certainly have, Lockie. And look, this game's fast going to get away from them. They get their opportunity to come back in this second quarter after resetting and the coach getting hold of them. But like you said, Renmark 6 goals for their goal kickers. Jack Austin 2. He kicked the first 2 of the game until locked down by Hugo Krieger. Alex Haynes a goal, Jared Rowe a goal just after the siren there, and other goal kickers Kel Marath and Josh Vader. Better players for Renmark. Well, gee whiz, it's more like who isn't playing well. Ricky Garrett's had plenty of it. Tim Wolford. Their defenders probably not quite as much because the ball hasn't been up, although Trevor Thorpe's had a bit of the ball. He's been up forward as centre. For Berri, Tom Jolly on his, I reckon he's on ball because he's popped up on both wings. Thomas Finlay, Lionhearted effort in ruck. Jacob Krieger in the back line, along with Hugo Krieger, who came and shut down Jack Austin. And Luke Teasdale, of course, always gets plenty of it.
Certainly does. Just looking at how the Demons are going to line up here. Look, just seeing if they're making any significant changes. I can't see too many at the moment, but just seeing who's going to the middle. They're throwing Edgell in there. Yep. Finlay's in there.
It's a good move because he didn't have a bad first quarter either.
Yeah, Teasdale and Hodge. That's looking, a bit more menacing than maybe it was before.
Yeah. Hodge needs to have an effect. Like he's got to hang on to it and get it out, get him moving.
Just up forward, just seeing what they're doing up there. Look, Rosenzweig, they've thrown him up forward as well.
Interesting how they've lined up in almost in a straight line from centre half forward to the goal square.
They've got Wesley starting on half forward for the Demons too, so an interesting start.
Wesley needs to get forward and to the drop of the ball too. Not just try and take the mark. He needs to get down under the feet of the big fellas.
Here it is, second quarter underway at Renmark this afternoon. The Rovers in a commanding lead at this stage. 40 playing one behind. Gartrey and Finlay do battle in the ruck. Teasdale managed to get a kick away off the ground. Goes towards their attacking 50 already. It's starting good for the Demons.
Corbett up forward too, Lockie. I reckon he was backlines in the first quarter. They've moved him forward.
That's what we like about Berri coach Clint Ridgway. He's happy to change things up when things aren't going well.
He took a couple of nice marks in defence, Corbett. Now they've thrown him forward because they need marking power on the forward line.
So ball up just on the Berri attacking 50. Second quarter, Finlay unable to get an advantage. The Rovers also trying to get a series of...
Sampson gets it clear.
Quick handballs out here. Marath manages to find Dan Wolford. Over to Tim Wolford. Yeah. And Tim Wolford now kicks into the attacking 50 of the Rovers.
Yeah, good play by the Berri defence.
So Penaluna gets the free, kicks sideway to Hawkins. Brings it boundary side. Then Hawkins decides to go down the line.
Nice kick. Oh, didn't quite get there.
It would have been good if it came off, but it was a loose kick. And the Rovers, as we've seen too often, go on the turnover.
Oh, Penaluna put down what he should have taken there.
Ball deep in the attacking 50 of the Rovers. Jack Austin tried to charge through.
That was a really bold move by Shea Hawkins, coming off half-back straight into the middle and plenty of traffic. I'm not sure if I would have gone that way.
O'Loughlin out of the contest after the ball up, but...
almost a Peruna.
A minor score.
Brownsville Tavern goal of the day.
41 plays one.
Still, I suppose if you're 6 goals down, you've got to take a risk, don't you?
Certainly do, and that's what the Rovers can do at the moment. They can afford to try a few things.
Yep.
So the Demons now will bring this one out.
Berri have got to be bold here. Down the middle. And he did. Gee whiz.
Edgell goes for the barrel.
And over the top.
And
that's just made it to the centre. One kick.
Isaac Woolston manages to pick it up, gets a handball out when he was getting tackled, finds Teasdale. Teasdale quick handball, but there's another stoppage.
They could have got that ball moving. They were in the game then, weren't they?
And as you said, got to take the game on.
I reckon the breeze has sprung up a bit towards the hospital end. Look at the windsocks starting to move over there.
It is a little bit. Maybe this could be a good quarter for the Demons. It's early days yet. 5RM football for McDonald's Renmark. Rovers now go towards their attacking 50. Still in the square, however. It's a loose ball. Good clearing kick from Vader. Haynes unable to mark it in the 50. Rovers and Demons dive on it, and it'll be a ball up 25 metres out from the Rovers' goal.
He was very drilled side, the Rovers. As soon as that ball comes down from that high mark, they've always got someone front and centre.
Another ball up. Dangerous position for the Demons. O'Loughlin working hard for the Rovers. So is Jacob Grieger for the Demons, who manages to pick it up. Quick handball to finds
Over
Hodge.
the top, Hodge.
Hodge tried to take the game on, and he was...
Tell you what, he had Shea Hawkins straight over if he'd given it straight away. Hodge not having a great start to the day, Hodge.
So Maratha's got the free, kicking right in front of the Rovers club rooms.
Tricky spot, but if anyone's going to know how to kick goals here, it's got to be a Renmark Rover.
Kel Marath kicks across the face to the centre.
Finlay
A
up.
contest out of it, and a quick kick, but it was hit the post.
He's got a vertical leap about him, Finlay, hasn't he?
Certainly does. So the Rovers extend the lead by another behind. 42 plays one behind.
You can see how the loss of their number one ruckman, Brodie Thompson's hurting him, because Finlay could have been up forward giving something.
Wesley taking the kick out.
Another big kick.
And looks for Finlay across half back. He just said Finlay is obviously their big target, and there's only one of them.
Well, that was another nice mark from Dane Austin. Took a beauty in the first quarter, and he's done it again.
So the Rovers now in their attacking 50. Dane Austin just holds it up for a second. He kicks to the top of the square. But there he is.
They've got to move this quickly.
Finlay again.
Yep, here we go.
Finds Hodge.
Got to use Hawkins this time. Come on.
Hodge
That's
goes
better.
down the line. Finds Corbett. Hawkins has got a paddock on the wing screaming for it, but...
Oh, two Berri players up against each other. Voigt and Archie Holtham spoiling it, and the Rovers run it through centre, through Garrett.
And the kicks into the attacking 50.
Gee, they're lucky to get away with that.
Rovers unable to mark it, and it spills over for a behind. Hawkins had a paddock on the wing here and was screaming for it.
Yep, he makes good distance and good space for himself. They've got to start looking up for him.
Certainly do. So Langford takes the kick out for the Demons, goes wide, the top of the 50, but a good grab from the Rovers.
That's not the spot to go. That's a defensive side. When you're 6 goals down, you've got to come this side or centre.
Ball makes its way in the middle through Harrison Brown, who kicks into the attacking 50. O'Loughlin was the target, and they're going to get a free kick. So the Rovers will go back for another shot on goal, already in a commanding position, less than 6 minutes gone for second quarter.
Matt O'Loughlin, lively character across half forward, isn't he?
Certainly is. Been a tricky one in the reserves last couple of years, but getting an opportunity today.
And taking it.
Shot on
Straight
goal.
through the big ones.
If you don't mind,
Yeah.
Matty O'Loughlin kicks the first goal of the second quarter, and the Rovers extend the lead even more.
Yeah, that's going to hurt the D's because they look half dangerous trying to rebound off half back, but the Rovers have set up that wall across across the centre, and they're pretty miserable when it comes to letting the ball get past.
Just watching the Demons here, having a chat about what they're going to do. What's a bit concerning for the Demons, Ruckman Finlay's just limping a little bit there. It's not a good sign. 6.5 minutes gone on the Nippies clock, second quarter.
They need to get some strong ball in the middle and clear it.
Ball up in the centre.
Here's Hodge, and he's got it.
Hodge gets the clearance for the Demons and kicks quickly into the attacking 50, looks for a target.
There's a throw.
And the Demons get a quick kick towards their goals through
And it's
Hawkins.
Hawkins again. Yeah.
And Voigt, good tackle, and it'll be a ball in the Demons'
With the
pocket.
6-6-6, they've got to do more of that, don't they? Win it, drive it forward.
That's when the Demons look most dangerous, when they're on the run. So a ball in the Demons' pocket. Grandstand side. Ball spills over the back, and there'll be a free kick to the Rovers for a push.
So Voigt giving that one away.
Unlucky. Handballs quickly to Thorpe, who kicks sideways. And Jenke in the pocket of the flank. Now brings it back in board. Finds Milne. So Milne's there.
Gee, they got plenty of options, haven't they, on the legs?
Certainly do. So ball in, just in front of the the scoreboard is what I'm trying to say this afternoon.
And that scoreboard is showing Lockie at the moment. The Wireworks electrical scoreboard showing all Renmark 7-7-49 to 1 point.
Matty O'Loughlin out of the contest. Quick kick, didn't go too far. Kelmarath tried to pick it up, but so did Dan Warford, who does, and kicks into the attacking 50. Haynes unable to mark it. Penaluna working hard for the Demons. He got a knee in the face, and that will be a free to Penaluna for the Demons. Unlucky.
Play stopping here for a while. That was a pretty heavy hit.
No malice in it.
No,
Just
no,
one of those
absolutely.
things where, you know, someone was falling over
No,
and someone was running.
It was a footy act. No doubt
Yeah.
about it.
So Penaluna is back up now for the Demons.
Gee, they couldn't afford to lose him.
No, he's working pretty hard this afternoon. Talk about the Bitmac surfacing hard worker.
Yeah, he's it. I reckon.
Evan Penalunas.
He's it.
The Demons defenders working hard. Goes defensive side.
Gee, he shook that off though, didn't he? He's tough as they come.
No one able to mark it. And there'll be a... Oh, no. Woolston gets the free on half back. Finds Wesley. And Wesley goes on the attack and goes for the switch.
They're playing dangerous here.
Rosenzweig manages to get it. And the Demons go on the attack. Holtham has it now. Just in the square. Gets it to Corbett. Corbett a quick kick into the attacking 50. Voigt's the target. Unable to mark it. No one was front and centre. Hodge working hard takes to ground.
He did the right thing though. He brought the ball to ground for him. They just don't get enough numbers to the ball. Renmark have beaten them there all the time.
So there'll be a ball up. 35 out from the Demons' goal. Nearly 10 minutes gone, second quarter. Ball taps forward, and the Rovers get another clearance. I'm not sure what the clearance count is this afternoon, but I reckon it's Rovers about 90% of them.
I reckon it's too many to not enough, Lockie.
Finds its way to Matty O'Loughlin again on half forward. He just holds up for a second. Quick kick over the top.
Oh, nice work.
Kel Morath.
He's
Good
working
grab.
hard too. Any number of options. And here's one we haven't seen up forward for a long while.
Trevor Thorpe,
Yep.
the wily veteran for the Rovers, takes the mark in the pocket.
He's not trying to increase his angle at all.
Oh, wanted to centre it, but Langford for the Demons manages to intercept and gets a quick kick over the top to Wesley.
Not an experienced forward. See, he's working himself to the boundary, defensive style.
Wesley takes the game on, tries to drive it forward. He's got no targets, however, and there'll be another stoppage. Oh, no, it's play on. Hodge out of the contest, gets a quick kick over the top.
The little
Teasdale fell over.
Fell down, yeah.
Thought he was tripped, but no. And the Rovers now bring it back towards their goals.
Another good mark by Austin, Dane Austin.
Rovers are very good at the intercept. Kick to the pocket. Finlay, good mark for the Demon defender.
Oh, here's trouble. Snuck on off the bench, number 16.
Harrison Brown and spills through for a minor
snuck
score.
on from the interchange. No one saw him coming.
So Finlay in defence. I mean, I just said the Demon defender. He's their utility this afternoon.
The only thing he can't do is kick it to himself.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
The Demons sort of one big man short this afternoon.
Yep.
You would suggest at this stage. 49
the
plays
loss
one.
of Thompson, very pivotal to him.
Wesley finds Jolly. Still in the Rovers 50. Jolly goes down the line, looks for Holtham. He was unable to mark it. And the Rovers through.
Chain of handballs through the centre.
Thorpe and Wolford go forward. Looks for Gartree, but it's a quick kick over the top from Dane Austin, who slots it through, and that is a contender for the Peruna Storm Brownsville Tavern goal of the day.
I tell you, he's having some sort of day. He's good in the air, and he's sharked that one and kicked the goal.
So the Demons don't have any answers so far. It's all Renmark. 55 plays one. 12 minutes gone, second quarter.
They're a very hard-working side. A couple of weeks ago, when we were up here, Wakery kicked one goal for the whole game. Kicked no goals in the first half, and it's looking a bit the same again today.
Could we see... Well, they did the same against Loxton North too. So, could we see 3 weeks in a row where they hold the opposition goalless at half-time? That would be a record.
Well, it would be certainly send people to the record books checking it, Lockie.
Certainly would. Ball back in the centre. What can the Demons do? It's a good tap from Alex Haynes, who's in the ruck for the Rovers now.
Strong tackle by Jenke. Holding the Demon player down. It'll be another ball up.
Ball up. Still in the centre square. And
Finlay working himself into the front and rewarded with the free kick.
so what can the Demons use this? Hodge is screaming for it sideways, but Finlay goes down the line and looks
Nice
for
kick,
Hawkins.
nice mark.
Good grab from Shea Hawkins
Yep.
on half forward. What does he do here? Looks for Voigt. Voigt unable to mark it. Still with the footy driving forward.
This is better. To Hodge. Oh, no, sorry, that was Corbett.
Now Moroney.
Corbett finding Moroney.
So Moroney with the footy.
Gee, I reckon he's at his distance, though, Lockie.
35 out.
He was.
Quick handball to Edgell. Edgell goes on the attack. Big thumping kick, but minor score.
No problem with the distance. It was the right play, wasn't it?
Yeah, good mark from Rory Moroney on out of the forward pocket there. But this is where the Rovers are dangerous, on the rebound. And
nice tackle.
Yeah, good tackle from the Berri Demons. Well done, Shay Hawkins, and he is a contender for the Bitmax surfacing hard worker this afternoon.
He sure is. He's probably their only live wire up there at the moment.
For the Demons. Running a bit of a sole trader type operation, Shay Hawkins, this afternoon in that department. Needs a bit more of an incorporated body to help him out.
Wolford out the back.
And the Rovers go towards their attacking 50. Rose there, manages to pick it up off the bounce. But he's wrapped up.
Sure hands of Rogue, just couldn't break free of the tackle.
And umpire Linky will have the ball up just outside the Rovers attacking 50. Gartree taps forward but heads to the Demons. Rory Moroney's trying to get it, but he's not going to get it. And the Rovers go on their attacking 50 once more. Dane Austin was the target. He didn't mark it.
Had a little bit of help with his attire there.
And now Krieger gets the handball out for the Demons. Demon defenders working overtime here. Krieger tried to boot it out, but Jack Austin intercepted it. And there'll be... And the umpire's called something here.
He's
and
called
I reckon
a
it's
throw.
So there it is. So the Demons get out of that one just.
They've got to move it quickly. Hodge to Corbett. Drives it up through centre.
There he is, Shay Hawkins. Turns back inside. Looks for Voigt, who's got a bit of room.
Yeah.
Voigt now runs into the 50.
Oh, could have handballed it over the top.
Didn't do it. A minor score for the Berri Demons.
Got caught in two minds there, I think, Lockie.
What do they say? Mistakes breed mistakes.
Yep.
That's also true for the Berri Demons this afternoon.
Sampson drives it long out of the fence to the scoreboard wing.
Yeah, good work from Shay Hawkins for the Demons, who's working hard this afternoon. There you go, the Demons supporters calling for more.
Interesting comment. 9 goals down and they're back in the game. Need a bit more than that.
Well, if you watch the last 3 minutes of footy, you might think that.
Yeah, if you weren't looking, here he is.
So the Rovers now going there
Matt
attacking
Wolford.
50 again. Jack Austin managed to get the free. He had about 70% of a mark, but still got it.
Yeah, arm chop.
Quick sideways to Mitch Jenke. He runs into the goals, and that's another one.
He likes it.
Well done, Jack Austin. Good target, and well done, Mitch Jenke. Another goal for the Renmark Rovers.
Yeah, Jack Austin losing Krieger there, losing coming right up to half forward to impact that play.
So 61 plays 2 behinds. 16 minutes gone. Second quarter, Riverland football. 5 from McDonald's Renmark.
I'm thinking, Lockie, being the best part of 10 goals adrift here on the scoreboard, do you pull a switch and throw Hugo Krieger forward?
Well, I was even thinking, I've never seen him ruck, but is it worth trying that?
Do you know Wakery had to do it here a couple of weeks ago? They had to throw Venning from fullback to forward to get their first and only goal.
Krieger at half forward, I think, probably is not a bad option, but who are they going to send backwards?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it really is one of those robbing Peter to pay Paul situations for the Demons this afternoon.
Well,
ball now back on towards the...
Fortunately for you and I, that situation belongs to Clint Ridgway.
Yep. Teasdale works it over the top. Quick handball. Finds Wesley in front of the scoreboard. Wrapped up.
Hodge attempting to shepherd actually pushed the Rover player straight into the tackle on the Demon.
So there'll be a ball up. 17 minutes gone. Second quarter Riverland football, 5RM. Can the Demons get a goal before half time? Taps out of the contest. Good work from Wolford.
Yeah, Tim Wolford that time.
Finds Jack Austin. Big strong out of the contest.
He is relishing coming up to half forward, isn't he?
Certainly is. Unfortunately, Kel Morath was done holding the ball and the Demons managed to get it again through Holtham in the middle.
The kick coming from Hodge.
Finds Wesley. Back to Teasdale. Teasdale looks for a target.
Better kick. Oh, I'd pay that one. Yeah, his arms were taken. That's once again
Good attack on the
Shay
footy.
Hawkins.
He really is working hard for the Demons this afternoon. A bit of inspiration for the other lads.
Yeah, he's worked up and down the ground, really, and across it, hasn't he? both flanks.
He's certainly playing a tough game, Shea Hawkins, this afternoon. Gives it his all, which is what we like at Riverland football, 5RM. So what would he be kicking from, Nobby?
35. Dead set directly in front.
Has his kick.
He likes it.
Well done, Shea Hawkins. That's a good reward for effort.
Maybe that's the one they needed to just develop that little bit of confidence to go forward again.
And
because they did look good for the 5 minutes or so. They've been sort of pushing the ball forward.
they are working hard, the Berri Demons, it must be said, and not laying down just yet. And the Rovers unable to go 3 weeks straight, keeping the opposition to no goals at half-time.
We definitely put the moz on them, Lockie.
So they only got out of that one by about 3 or 4 minutes.
On the Nippies clock.
On the Berri Demons. The Nippies clock, certainly Clint Ridgway's friend, you would think, at half-time. He might be looking for an esky of Nippies products, I reckon, at half-time, Clint.
Boom.
Get the boys up and about.
Big hit out by Haynes.
The Rovers work it through a series of handballs in the middle. Good kick from Tim Wolford, finds Dan Wolford, 20 metres adjacent, 90 degrees.
He'd be looking for Tim somewhere.
Finds Vader, and Vader kicks forward into the attacking 50, but a good grab from Penaluna, the Demon defender.
He is their hardest working player, isn't he?
Who gets a kick sideways, and Jolly manages to pick it up on the half volley. Gets it to Edgell, Grieger. Grieger back to Wesley, who kicks back inboard and finds Finlay.
They've opened them up a little bit here.
Finlay kicks across the centre square. Hodge was the target, but it dropped short.
Yep. Intercepts. Tries it forward to Haynes. Right up at half forward here for the Rovers.
Kick into the attacking 50. Finlay's under it for the Demons. And he needs to be.
Gee, not a bad contest from Josh Howard there, taking on someone about a foot taller than him.
Penaluna gets a kick out the back sideways to Teasdale, and it spills over the line for a throw-in.
Or 300 mil in the new
in the new money. 20 minutes gone, second quarter Riverland football, 5RM from McDonald's, Renmark.
Fraser Sampson wanting the kick here. But a bit of conjecture about whether it was a disposal out or whether it was touched.
I don't know, from my long distance away, I thought that was very much spilled out of bounds for a... Okay, no. Fraser Sampson has got the kick.
There didn't seem to be too many objections from Teasdale there standing the mark.
Kicks inboard slightly and finds Matt Wolford.
He'll fancy himself from here. No.
Looks up, looks for a target.
Oh, nice mark. Nice mark. Petaluma again. Penaluna, sorry. Again.
Certainly a Bitmax F-Sing hard moment. And the Demons, through a series of small kicks, manages to work it sideways towards the scoreboard side. But now it's coming back inboard. Oh, no. Wayward kick finds Tim Wolford, the Willis medalist from last year. He goes for a shot on goal and spills through for a minor score.
45 metres out, kicks it through a vacant goal square, no one within 20 metres, and it just misses and bounces through for a point.
And that's a good example of how good Riverland footy is when last year's best player in the league misses a goal 45 hours straight in front. We say that in jest this
afternoon. Here we go. Berri trying to drive it forward on their half-back line. Gee, Renmark attacking it like they're 2 goals down, not 9 goals up.
9-7-61 plays. The Berri Demons 1-2-8 on the Wildworks electrical scoreboard. A little bit of feeling out there this afternoon. Umpire Linky throws it up and says, get on with it, boys.
You think they'd already know each other well enough to avoid sort of having to get so close and introduce themselves, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Woolston managed to get it on in the centre, but the Rovers
very
managed
clever for kicking
to work it out of the centre square and finds Marath. Grandstand side. Quick kick over to Harrison Brown. Quick kick down the line. Thorpe's the target. Can he mark it? He can. And a good mark from the veteran in Trevor Thorpe.
Gee, and Johnny's a little foray up forward today, isn't he?
And decides this time to go for a shot on goal. Finds Gartree, but Gartree unable to mark it. He flew high.
Looked like he got a bit of help forward there.
And Holtham is the one that picks up the footy, but he didn't know what to do with it and just runs sideways and gives it the biggest kick he can.
Oh, nice one-handed mark from Dan Wolford.
So the Rovers now manage to gain possession. Teasdale now for the Demons manages to pick it up. It's a bit like pass the parcel this afternoon. And Harrison Beavis, right in front of the scoreboard, takes a good mark and just says, boys, slow it up.
He hadn't had much to do back there, but what he's done's been okay. Tim Wolford again in the middle.
Kicks into their attacking 50, And the Demons
Adam
managed.
Langford taking a nice solid mark, beating his attacking player to the ball. Uh-oh. Kicks to 1-on-3.
Grieger was the target for the Demons, but Rowe for the Rovers manages to rake it up and kicks deep into the attacking 50. Ball spills over the back. The Rovers look dangerous. No. Demons dive on it. Yeah, the scoreboard wouldn't suggest it. 6-7-61 playing, Berri Demons 1-2-8. But the Demon defenders are working very hard this afternoon. That score could have easily been 100 by now.
Oh, for sure.
Gartrey takes the tap, finds
Wolford.
Matt Wolford. He finds O'Loughlin. Haynes was the one who had it. Quick kick.
He did duck into that. I don't mind the umpire playing that on.
Oh, he wanted the free.
Mind you, he's a big, tall lad, so to get him high, you have to reach up.
That is Jack Austin, number 37.
Yeah.
The Rovers in a commanding position on the Wireworks Electrical scoreboard.
Long down the middle. You got Finlay in the middle.
Hodge takes the kick out. Finds Archie Holtham. Holtham kicks down the line. Wilkston flew for
up before takings.
And now the Rovers through Sampson. And a series of other handballs managed to get it again and work it towards their attacking
Wolford.
50.
This is good ball movement from Renmark through the centre of the ground.
Marath on half forward. Kicks into the attacking 50. Gartrey's the target. Unable to mark it, but doesn't matter. Wheels around. The ruckman for the Rovers. Has he jagged it?
I'll tell you what, that is...
Oh,
he missed it, did
a
he?
minor score.
I was going to say that was going to be the Peruna Store in Brownsville Tavern, the goal of the day, and it would have been very hard to topple.
We love it when a ruckman jags a goal at 5am footy for McDonald's Renmark.
Particularly when he goes up for the ball and the mark comes forward and he's the first one there to gather it up.
The Demons try and clear it out, but a wayward kick finds its way to a contest, and
Dan Wolford.
the Rovers get the 3 through Dan Wolford, who manages to make the ball wider and kicks it wider and
Mitchell
finds...
Jenke, he's been active in this quarter, hasn't he? Both he and Matt O'Loughlin have been very lively on the half-forward flanks.
Certainly no passengers in this Renmark side this afternoon, that's for sure. Jenke's taken the line for the umpire. I think he fancied himself for a goal there.
Gee, the umpire will have him in the car park in a minute.
Brody Rover it is, rather.
Brody Rover.
Brody Rover goes in on a tight angle. Has he got it? Near on half-time.
He likes it. No.
Nope.
Near side miss.
A minor score. And there it is. It's the Rovers 65 leading the Berri Demons 8 at half-time. The Berri Demons have a lot of work to do as we head into half-time here at Riverland Football. All thanks to McDonald's Renmark. Still plenty more to come.
industrial lighting, fixed engineering. Find them online, renmark.com.au or at Renmark Avenue in Renmark. For you as well coming from other games. Gather Loxton currently at half time at 6-3, 39 to Barham 2-5, 17. So a good game there so far for Loxton. Loxton North 139. Charlie Waverley at 5-3, 33. So Loxton North 139 to Waverley 5-3, 33. Of course, that broadcast game today from Renmark. Renmark 9-1, 65 to Berri 1-2, 8 points. So that is at half time. Out in Mallee, we've got Heath at half time 5-4, 34 to Kinaroo 3-3, 21, 22 at the moment. In the independent, Ramsgate 3-1, 19 starting 12-9, 81. So good game there. sidebar end of the sideline view, and a quick update from the netball as well. That the Infinity netball, and it was 1 for 42. The Berri managed those 17, so well done, girls. Job well done. To Sip and Save, remember, at the Berri Hotel, they're offering home delivery. Those enjoying those luxury apps in the Riverland area, and this sideline view brought to you by the Berri Hotel. We'll do a AFL update for you as
And welcome back to you. We are at Renmark this afternoon. It is round 9 Riverland Football League of this battle between the Renmark Rovers and the Berri Demons. The Rovers in a commanding position, 9-11-65, leading the Berri Demons 1-8. The third quarter soon to get underway. Nobby, the Demons have got a lot of work to do.
That's an understatement, Lockie. It would have been a lot more if the Rovers had a kick straighter in that second quarter. They kicked 3-7 to the 1-1 in that quarter. Could have been a far worse picture they would have been looking at half time, but it's bad enough as it is. Goal scorers for Renmark to date: Jack Austin 2, Alex Haynes 1, Mitchell Jenke 1, Matt O'Loughlin 1, Dane Austin 1, Jared Rowe 1, Kel Marath 1, and the coach Joth Vader 1. The only scorer for Berri was in that quarter goal scorer, which was Shay Hawkins, who had a very good quarter, Lockie, and gave them something across half forward. Better players for both sides. Gee whiz, it's probably easier to say, look, there's not too many that aren't playing well for Renmark, but I look straight at Dan Wolford and Tim Wolford as two of their better players. Their half forward line in O'Loughlin and Marath were good that quarter. Howard did his bit. Alex Haynes was about. Jack Austin's been in the game, and Zach Gartery's been strong in ruck. Berri, too few. None better than their captain, Evan Penaluna, who's been also their hardest battler. Throw in Teasdale, always around the ball. Grieger's had his moments. Shay Hawkins, a great second quarter. Tom Jolly's been out and about, and you can't look past Thomas Finlay as a lion-hearted effort in ruck, and will need to keep doing so for the next half.
Will do. Ball back in the centre. Half-time is over. Both teams out and about it. Just quickly, we'll run through some... Oh, yep. I can't see too many at the moment. They're lining up in the middle. Goal of the day honours at the moment for the Purina Store and Brownsville Tavern. Matt O'Loughlin for the Rovers, I think, has it at the moment. But we will wait and see with that. Mark of the day, there's been some good ones. Look, I think Jack Austin's probably got that one in the bag.
Yeah, Dane Austin as well. He's in the van there, so...
Here it is, third quarter underway. Tom Finlay for the Demons tries to get it, but falls down in the contest. Westlake picks it up for the Demons and works it forward, but he's wrapped up. And the Demons are starting this quarter with a bit of intent. Ball up again. Good tap from Gartry, but it was Teasdale that got the kick out. Now it's Tom Jolly. Back to Finlay. A wobbly old kick forward. And now the Rovers through... Brody Rover managed to rake it up, and Harrison Brown, a good kick over the side there, in the way of Trevor Thorpe, who dodges one and kicks it back in board and finds Dan Wolford.
Again.
Certainly been a hard effort from Dan Wolford this afternoon. And Dan Wolford gives it back to Thorpe, running down the scoreboard side, and a good mark there from Matty O'Loughlin, who has been a bit of a live wire this afternoon for the Rovers.
Brings it into the centre half forward.
Yeah, good mark from Tom Finlay across half-back. And that was a Bitmax surfacing hard effort.
Here we go on the switch, Berri. Out to the wing, to the grandstand side wing. They just don't seem to be able to get that second possession to get the run on. Here comes Tim Wolford. Out to Dane Austin. Bang. Ooh, bounce off the chest of the big fella Alex Haynes there. Comes back out of... Whoa, another attempt at a mark from Wesley, and stacks on the mill.
And there'll be a ball up, grandstand side. Minute and a half gone, third quarter Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark. Both teams trying to get early advantage in this quarter. Of course, the Rovers holding a good lead at the moment, and Hodge manages to get a clearing kick out of the contest for the Demons. Holtham's in the centre, so is Rory Moroney. Good chase, but the Rovers still manage to work it forward. Dan Austin, that man again, dish out to Thorpe. Over the side to Harrison Brown, kicks sideways and looks for Matty O'Loughlin. He's going to turn his component inside out and falls over the footy, still trying to rack it up. And umpire Tony Florence says, that's my footy.
He kind of never had possession of that, but always had control of where it was going, if you know what I mean.
Certainly a very handy footballer for the Rovers this afternoon. So another contest, and it's Vader. Quick handball out to Brown. Thorpe, that man out the back of the contest again. And a good mark in the middle there from Ricky Garrett.
Tim Wolford again, is it? Oh, Garrett, yes.
Ricky Garrett now kicks into the attacking 50, looks for a target. There was a few players that went for it, but no one able to grab it, and the Demons work it out.
They're out now.
Through Teasdale. Teasdale sees Hawkins, but the ball falls short, and Mitch Jenke is the one that marked it. And on the rebound here, Nobby, this is where the Rovers have just got a heap more numbers.
And they've got a heap more Wolfords than Berri have got as well, Lockie. And they're all amongst it.
A great diving effort defensive there from Evan Penaluna, who spoiled the footy as it came into the attacking 50. But now it's Austin who hands back to Howard. Howard shot on goal for the Rovers. Is this the first of the third quarter? I think it is.
Now, what an effort from the big fella there, Jack Austin. He chased that ball around half forward on his toes until he finally got a handle on it and dished it out for a great shot at goal.
71 plays 8 on the Wireworks electrical scoreboard. Great work from Jack Austin. Josh Howard was the one that slotted it, but he knew where he had to be because Jack Austin's presence up forward is certainly something hard for Berri to combat this afternoon.
It was a bit of an anomaly there because normally you'd expect a little fella like Howard to be in under getting that ball and not the big fella. It's quite the opposite.
And Howard is now back in the middle.
Just shows you how versatile some of the Renmark big fellas are.
So it's Gartree and Finlay back in the middle. They both go up. Gartree gets the tap. Howard's working hard trying to get the footy. Gartree dives on it. And there's Tim Wolford who dives on it, taken to ground by Corbett.
You've got to be thinking that the domination of Jack Gartree now must be kicking in as Finlay gets tired.
Ball up. And this is still in the centre square. Both teams unable to move it that far, and there'll be another ball up as
Finlay trying to wrap him up there and not give him a run and a jump at it.
As the sun peeks through the clouds this afternoon at Renmark, it's now bathed in sunshine. Oh, great attacking play through the contest there from Ricky Garrett, who takes the game on. He ran the gauntlet, nearly got away with it, and there'll be another contest. Some hard footy and a Bitmac surfacing hard moment.
Sure was, and none harder than Ricky Garrett in that contest.
Another contest, and there's Trevor Thorpe who gets the clearance for the Rovers, but it goes straight.
He's had 3 kicks this quarter already.
To Grieger for the Demons, who wraps it up on half-back, who looks for a target. He's kicked it to space.
And look how many Rovers around him.
And once again, there's more Rovers than Demons, and Tate Milne gets the quick kick to Dan Wolford, who gets a kick. He was tackled late, but not late enough for a free kick. The Rovers still working this one. Matt Wolford, kick into the attacking 50. They are unable to mark it. The Demon defence working overtime once again, Nobby. It's Rosenzweig who clears it out. Moroney was on the wing.
Gee whiz, they obviously pushed a few back behind the ball, Berri, because the Rovers have got the same amount sitting across centre.
Just during that, the Rovers have gained possession and they've gone.
Ricky Garrett again, is it?
Garrett's got it on the forward flank. He kicks back on board and finds Fraser Sampson.
I think he's half thinking about having a go here.
Sampson wheels around. Big kick into the attacking 50. Looks for Haynes up forward and great grab.
That is without a doubt the MTESA, your local apprentice and trainee specialist, mark of the day.
Well done, Alex Haynes. That is a great grab in the forward 50. He's going to be going back for goal, kicking from all of 12.5 metres out. Straight in front. Maybe 15 metres. Need a bit of a golf rangefinder this afternoon.
After a big mark like that, you've got to finish your work, don't you?
Haynes goes back and I mean, if we're using golf, he has hooked that one into the club rooms. I mean, not the actual Renmark club rooms, but
I reckon he shanked it out onto the road, out of bounds.
If you're teeing off on the first, that one's ended up on the back 9.
Yep.
A minor score, nonetheless.
How often does that happen? Someone takes an absolute beautiful mark and then doesn't quite finish the work off.
Unfortunately, Ruckman make up a high percentage of those. So the Demons try to clear it out of their defensive 50. It's still on the half-back flank. Demons working hard, but the Rovers have now got it back through Howard and Austin. Austin kicks into the attacking 50. Who's underneath it? Krieger for the Demons just shepherds that one through for a minor score.
Is percentage going to be an issue for the Demons?
Well, it's only between probably the Waikerie Magpies and the Demons for that.
Loxton got way more percentage than the Demons anyway, haven't they?
They do at the moment, yeah.
I'm just thinking because my mindset is, why worry about stopping them? Why not play some attacking footy?
Well, yeah, I guess you say if the game's already done,
Yep.
it might be just an opportunity to take the game on.
Yeah, we don't. You know what I'm thinking? Oscar Krieger up forward, 10.5 forward or on ball.
That's the second call for that this afternoon. We're still yet to see it. So a contest on the forward flank of the Rovers. Good tap. The Rovers managed to mop it up through Vader and Harrison Brown. He kicks backwards, but he's got a number of players there. And big contest in the middle with Bonner.
Well, big body gets the ball free, but they cough up the possession, Jolly.
So the Demons now going to their attacking 50,
kick.
and there's Hawkins.
That was a nice kick too. Very nice kick by Milburn. The only person that could get that was Hawkins.
So Shea Hawkins, he's been the only goal scorer for the Demons this afternoon. Goes back for goal number 2, kicking from 44. Pretty much the best of the painted 50.
What are you thinking, Lockie? Into the breeze?
Straight in front,
breeze?
kicking to the Alan Coulter rec centre end at Renmark.
I don't reckon he'll get the distance.
Waste no time, gives it a good roost. Minor score. Had the distance.
Yeah, it did.
Just.
Which that windsock has dropped again over there. So the Berri getting the best of the conditions, but not able to take advantage of it.
73 plays 9.
Matt Wolford to Tim Wolford. Where's Dan?
Just looking for Dan. Can't see him at the moment. Maybe he's off.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. He's popped up. He was hiding behind the umpire.
That was Wolford to Wolford to Wolford.
Been waiting for that all year.
Yep.
Man, and it's happened a few too many times for opposition to talk about the niceties. The Demons now regather on their half forward. Wesley, good kick into the attacking 50 and finds Hawkins again.
There he is again.
Good mark for the Demon forward. Wheels around.
And
shot on goal.
And slots it. No, missed
There you
again.
go. Another minor score for Shea Hawkins. 1-4-10 plays the Rovers. 10-13-73 on the Wireworks scoreboard.
Matt Wolford out to Harry Beavis. Takes the ball half back. Handball's on. Ball driven out of there and goes straight to Brown. Yep.
Brown, quick kick back inboard.
Dane
Finds
Austin.
Austin.
Yep.
Austin goes sideways, and I think he's done a cramp in that kick, Nobby.
Dan Wolford.
And Dane Austin, after that kick back inboards, are coming for the bench.
A little bit going on beyond the play here. Dan Wolford copped a little bit of attention too much. That's Matt O'Loughlin's taken a nice mark there in the forward pocket.
In that, there was quite a series of little bits and pieces going on there, Nobby. It was hard to keep a track of what was going on. So Matt O'Loughlin now for the Rovers will go back for another goal. Kicking from the forward pocket. We'll see what happens here.
They're still quite a young side, Renmark, aren't they?
You see Dane Austin there going into the change rooms. May get some treatment.
That's a goal.
Matty O'Loughlin slots another. The Rovers extend the lead.
That's his second for the day, and the second for the quarter for the Rovers.
79 plays 1 on the Wireworks electrical scoreboard. Sorry, 10. 10 plays 79.
How are we going for time now on the Nippies clock?
On the Nippies clock, 11 minutes gone, third quarter. Look, the Wireworks electrical scoreboard attendance working hard this afternoon. Probably more so in the Renmark department. The Berri department maybe only working at maybe a 10% capacity.
Certainly not working up a sweat, that's for sure.
I know it's hard to get workers in a lot of occupations, but the scoreboard attendants here at Renmark are working hard this afternoon. The Demons now back in the centre, get the clearance into their attacking 50. No one's able to mark it. Harry Beavis, a kick over the top and finds Garrett. Garrett over to Dan Wolford, who finds Gartree. Gartree wheels back inboard and finds a player in row who kicks forward. And there he is again, Matt O'Loughlin. He will go back for another shot on goal, this time from the other forward pocket.
Gee, Wolford's, Dan Wolford this time is copping a bit of treatment behind as he gets rid of the ball, isn't he? I think
Certainly is.
I think he's that kind of player. I think he doesn't mind letting everyone know that he's going right too.
Here you go, Matt O'Loughlin. He hasn't missed that one. And that's another goal on the Wireworks electrical scoreboard.
That's his second for the quarter, and he becomes the leading goal kicker on the field today with 3 goals.
And so far, the clubhouse leader in the Peruna Store and Brownswell Tavern goal of the day.
Yep, he sure was. That first one he kicked was a very, very good goal.
Well, the Rovers holding a convincing lead at this stage as Jacob Grieger comes to the interchange for the Demons. Wes Frankel back on. Well, you spoke about Hugo Krieger going up forward for the Demons.
Yep.
Surely now's the time to give that a crack.
Yep. I think it is, yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I know they're trying to get him to get a hold of the big ruckman, but...
and the Rovers through Garrett clear it out again,
and
another mark from Haynes in the attacking 50.
Yeah, there's nothing Krieger could do about that. With delivery like that out of the middle, that went 40 metres, no higher than shoulder height, and hit Jack Haynes perfectly on the chest. It was a good lead, though.
Similar to a Darren Jarman pass. Yep. Just, 3 metres off the ground and flat.
It looked like a training drill, didn't it?
Haynes now kicks from 45 out.
He's given that a fair ride.
Mate, that's just about ended up at the old Renmark High School.
Well, I think this has turned into a bit of a nightmare for Berri and a party for the Rovers, Lockie.
Yeah, 91 plays 10 on the Wireworks electrical scoreboard.
I think Renmark are thinking, well, they've had their goal, now it's back to us.
We haven't seen a 100-point win. Well, I haven't seen one for a couple of weeks, Nobby. You've unfortunately been at a couple in recent weeks.
Stay tuned because you're about to see one here. There's a quarter to go, yeah?
Yes. 14 minutes gone, third quarter Riverland football. 5 run for McDonald's, Renmark. Demons doing a few changes. And
there's a guy we haven't seen much of today, Brad Rosenzweig.
Yeah, a little bit quiet by his standards.
Yep.
Been one of the Demon defenders that's been working hard, probably in and under the play. But yeah, not getting his usual run and carry game on. And that's where the Demons are hurt this afternoon. So back in the centre, Jared Rowe was the man that got it out of the contest, but now the Demons managed to gather it, and Corbett runs through traffic. Edgell kicks into their attacking 50. The Demons working hard to get a score out of this one. Hodge picks it up, goes to ground. And
not a bad play, though. He had no one to give it to, so you might as well hang on to it. At least hold it in the area.
Just take the stoppage. So umpire Tony Florence balls it up on the Demons attacking 50. No one's able to clear it out. Now Edgell manages to run through a few players. Gets it to Holtham. Holtham spills the handball. Wraps it back up.
It's that second possession where they're under pressure, where they're not getting it out to someone in time and space.
It's a very different Demons side that we saw last week at RFL headquarters. So a contest again.
That's
Demons
better.
clear it out to Teesdale. He's been quiet this quarter.
Yeah, not getting enough value out of his possessions either, Lockie.
And gets a handball off the deck to Corbett, but it finds the Rover defender in Bonner, who manages to clear it out to the mosquito fleet of Rovers that are all running flat out at the moment. Oh, good tackle, though, from Tom Jolly.
For me, that's holding the ball. He was running with it. Moved back into the Berri player who wrapped him up.
So that was Hawkins. My bad. Rovers try to clear it out of the contest, but good tackle from Teesdale. Ball doesn't go too far.
Good call by the ump. Renmark player ducking his head into the tackle.
Nearly 16 minutes gone. Third quarter Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark. Ball goes about 3 metres from the original ball up, and there'll be another stoppage.
Dane Austin getting ready to come back on, and so is Jason Wesley from Berri. A couple of the young
Charger contesters.
Young Chargers lined up next to each other here on the interchange.
Well, the contest, Rovers managed to clear it out, but then the Demons managed to gather it. Trevor Thorpe underneath it. Oh, and a great mark against the flight of the ball.
He's had a day that he would have had 10, 15 years ago, I reckon.
A vintage performance. Yeah. I know he doesn't like being called the veteran, but...
well, he is.
I've been told by a lot of other Renmark Rovers supporters, keep doing it. So I will. As the Rovers go into their attacking 50, ball goes to the centre. No one's able to mark it. Ball goes to ground. And the
Berri
Demons
come out with it. Finlay,
that man again. He's worked hard this afternoon. And there's Woolston, who gets it to Teesdale, but the ball's not going too far. And it's going to be wrapped up by Mitch Jenke, who's got a paddock on half forward. Kicks back inboard, finds Dan Wolford, who just holds station for a second. What's Dan Wolford going to do here?
So only one Berri player ahead of centre.
Kicks it left, finds Trevor Thorpe, who kicks into the attacking 50. O'Loughlin was the target. He went underneath it. Now Jack Austin's trying to hunt it down. Manages to pick it up, gets around one. A wayward handball over the top, doesn't go too far. And the Demons now trying to clear it out, but the Rovers are looking dangerous. deep in their attacking 50. The Rovers now, Demons rather get a couple of handballs quickly. The ball's not going too far. A soccer off the ground towards the goals, but Langford for the Demons picks it up and a clearing kick, but finds its way to Dan Wolford for the Rovers. Handballs back in board. Tate Milne, shot on goal from 50
he
out.
likes it.
And he slotted it.
And he runs to the bench in celebration. They do that here in this league as well as AFL, Lockie.
Oh, good running kick on goal. And there it is.
Yeah, great goal. From a fair way out, too.
Yes, a good running kick on goal there. Oh, the Rovers are working for each other this afternoon. I reckon that might have been Ricky Garrett just before he slotted that one. And trying some new binoculars this afternoon, Nobby, and maybe they're not quite as good as the other ones I've had in recent weeks.
I've got to iron up, Lockie. The only reason I realised it was Ricky Garrett is because he ran off in the interchange right in front of us.
It's quite deceiving how big the Renmark Oval is when you've been at other ones commentating. This is my first game at Renmark this year, and you forget how big this place is. Is this the biggest oval in regional South Australia, Nobby?
Well,
I mean, you'd be up with these stats.
Wakery supposedly is, Lockie.
In terms of lawned area, though?
Yeah, yep.
What about distance to the play? Because this has got, of course, the bike track. Ball back in the centre now. Vader gets the clearance again, and this is looking more and more like a training drill for the Rovers.
Well, Vader's just come onto the ground through that interchange, straight away picks up a possession, and now the bloke's just come back on. Dane Austin, same.
Jack Austin, quick snap on goal.
Oh, here's O'Loughlin again. Is he having a quarter or what?
Finds O'Loughlin on the goal line and just wheels around. No one stopping him.
Hit the post. A little bit lackadaisical.
Straight into the post, but you know what? He's probably done enough already this quarter, Matt O'Loughlin, so it doesn't matter too much. 14-13 at 98 plays the Demons, 1-4-10.
Grieger back on in exchange for Woolston. Well, I thought it's looked out of place up the forward. He's sort of lost up there. He did look a bit better in the back lines then.
So the Demons now through Langford, try and clear it out of their defensive 50. Jacob Grieger was the target. Paid the mark, but then played on. Kicks back in board quickly, finds Wesley. Wesley went into play on and then stopped. Then finds Hodge, lucky to be there.
Here we go, this is looking better.
Finds Maroney was the target, but he didn't get it.
Beavis reading the play and coming out to the contest.
And there's Dan Wolford once again, who kicks it on the ground quickly, finds Jared Rowe, who picks it up. Calculated handball backwards, finds Dan Wolford, but
get it over.
The Demons, through Jared Jackson, get it
Shea
forward.
Hawkins
there he is.
Up for his second.
Shea Hawkins puts
and
another
Berri's
one
second
on the scorebook. So there he is, Shea Hawkins for the Demons.
First time they've been able to move the ball quickly in the open, isn't it?
One of the shining lights of the Demons this afternoon, Shea Hawkins. They've been far and few between. 2-4-16, the Demons plays the Rovers 14-14-98.
Yep, Kelmarath coming to the bench for a spell with the Rovers and being replaced by Josh Howard straight into the middle of the ground.
The Rovers have got these rotations down to a T. You see this, it's very calculated.
Straight away fresh players. Coach Vader, Howard, and also Tim Wolford, all in the middle with Gartery. With Alex Haynes.
As opposed to the Demon midfield at the moment, and I see Corbett, Finlay, Hodge, and Wesley, who have all run ridiculous amounts already this
Finlay
afternoon.
In particular, he'd be lucky to blow a candle out.
And manages to get the ball out of the contest and gets a handball quickly, kicks it forward.
That's better.
Finds Milburn. So the Demons now in their 50. However,
chopped out again by Berri.
It's the Rovers through Harry Beavis that managed to get it out.
Jolly's got it. He's picked it up finally.
Don't know what a contender.
Jake Eagle, I reckon.
A tender for the Bitmax surfacing.
That was.
Here we go. Wesley. Great mark from Hawkins and another goal. So the Demons, I mean, they're still a long way out of it, but Shea Hawkins putting up a bit of a fight up forward.
It's Renmark Rovers v Shea Hawkins at the moment.
22 plays 98. 3 goals for the Demons. Rovers 14-14-98, and I guess that's the concerning side for the rest of the competition at the moment. You look at the 14 behinds for the Rovers.
28 scoring shots to 6 says it all.
22 minutes gone, third quarter Riverland football. 5 RM for McDonald's Renmark.
Yeah, nice open play from Berri though. At least they made the positive decision to just get it moving quickly. Get it forward.
And you might suggest that may have been a contender for the Peruna Storm Brownswell Tavern goal of the day. Shea Hawkins giving Matt O'Loughlin a bit of a battle there.
Yes, he is. And I've got, he certainly is. O'Loughlin was in the hunt, but Well, that last goal of Hawkins, if you throw in the mark as part of the goal, it was a very good effort.
Ball back in the centre, but it's the Rovers that get the first clearance. Jared Rowe tried to get it, but he was held off the footy. And the Demons across half-back get a hurried kick along. Rowe's back in the contest, going for the second effort. Howard kicks forward, and there he is again. Matt O'Loughlin for the Rovers.
So far he's kicked 2 goals and hit the post this quarter. Lines up for his 4th shot at goal.
I know the Rovers last year had a lot of goals through Nathan Zunic, who's not playing this year for a couple of other reasons, but they've certainly found a very handy replacement.
Yeah. The only thing missing is the long sleeves, Lockie.
And he puts another one in the scorebook.
Perhaps we can talk to him after the game and see if we can't get him in a long sleeve Guernsey and he'll be straight in for Zunic.
Well, I'm sure Nathan Zunic's long sleeve Guernsey's probably still in the kit somewhere.
Yeah.
We miss him at fiver and footy, Nathan Zunic, with his, his flair and attack on the footy.
Yep, he was also lined up every Sunday and played soccer for Renmark.
Certainly a very handy player, but nonetheless, Matt O'Loughlin.
With a quarter to go, this is still looking pretty murky for Berri Demons.
Are we going to see the Rovers raise the bat this afternoon? I think we will. It's 15-14, 104 to the Berri Demons, 3-4-22. 24 minutes gone, third quarter.
Some dark clouds here, lights are on.
Finlay and Gartree did battle in the ruck again. Hodge wrapped up the Rovers player that tried to get the clearance out. That was Howard, and there'll be another ball up.
It's starting to jump right over the top of Finlay. Gartree is now back on the ground.
Yeah, Finlay's certainly been working hard. He hasn't had much of a rest all day.
Although he wins that one. I mean,
he's still battling hard, isn't he?
In line hard at effort.
The Rovers work it towards their half forward. O'Loughlin was the one that got it. He was wrapped up.
Straight through, dishes it out to Haynes.
On a great grab from the Rover in Dane Austin. He went to play on and was wrapped up. I think he might have been
holding the ball.
I think he was given some dud information there. Poor fella. He took the game on. He was pretty confident there was no one around him. So the Demons now have the footy in their defensive 50. Hodge switches the ball sideways.
Get it over.
Finds Voigt in the back pocket and brings it a little bit wider.
2-on-1 again.
Looks for a target in Jackson.
Panalini gets it out.
Jackson back through traffic. Kicks it down the line. Moroney's the target, but there's 2-on-1, and the Rovers clear it out of their defence once again.
Bonner hasn't had to do much, but he's been very solid across half-back, hasn't he?
Certainly has been.
He's moved up into the centre now, looking for the ball back.
And so too Matt Wolford, who certainly has racked up quite a few kilometres this afternoon. Garrett now down the line.
Always kick it to the coach. Doesn't matter how wide he leads, you've got to kick it to him.
Josh Vader, though, was a bit short, and he just ushers that ball over the boundary line, knowing there'll be a ball in.
Yep, deep in between in the forward pocket, between the half forward and forward pocket, going the hospital end for Renmark.
The Rovers in a commanding position. 104 plays 22 for McDonald's Renmark. And the Australiano. It's a new coffee nobby that I reckon's got your name all over it.
Oh, don't mind a coffee in the morning.
The Rovers now back into their defensive attacking 50. The Rover forward was going for it, slipped up. Now the Demons get a lucky break and manage to clear it out.
Greg has got it, half back. Where does he go?
Voigt is the target who ushers the ball over the boundary line. There'll be another ball in. Long quarter, 26 and a half minutes gone, third quarter.
Well, they've kicked 6 goals this quarter, 6 goals, 3, and the Demons also kicked a couple. So 8 goals this quarter.
Ball in.
Well, Finlay, well done, gathered it in. Didn't quite get it clear of the pack though, and there will be another ball up.
So the Rovers in a commanding position in this third quarter. The Australiano made with the best of a McCafe coffee blend with chai and native wattle seed.
Oh, chai, that's good for you, isn't it, chai?
I think it's got your name written all over it as the Rovers go into their attacking forward 50.
Paid it, the ump paid it.
Rovers always looking dangerous when they're going into their 50.
And this is Dane Austin again, who took a nice mark in the first quarter.
Targets everywhere when they're going into their attacking 50.
Well, you know, the most interesting thing is all their height, all their tall players in the forward lines play so well on the ground, and their second efforts are so good. Whereas you look at the Berri side, they got some big solid bodies, but they're first effort players. Their second effort's virtually non-existent.
Dane Austin.
Left foot, he's bringing it back.
It was looking out, but now it's back in, and there it is.
That's his second goal for the day.
16-14, 110 plays the Berri Demons 3-4-22. It is three-quarter time, and the Renmark Rovers very much in a commanding position. The fourth quarter straight after this. Fourth quarter action soon to get underway at Renmark this afternoon. It's the Renmark Rovers and Berri Demons. The Rovers in a very commanding position. 16-14, 110 to the Berri Demons 3-4-22. Lockyman was my name. Nobby Norton's been with me this afternoon. Nobby, Berri going into this fourth quarter, what do you do when you're down by that much?
Look, it's a good question. Not one I can answer easily, Lockie. I think go home would be what I'd be thinking, but they're not going to do that. They keep battling it out. Hey, interesting enough, goal scorers so far for the Demons. one player only, Shea Hawkins with the whole 3 goals. For Renmark, a totally different story. O'Loughlin kicking 3 that quarter for a total of 4. Jack Austin 2 in the first quarter for his 2 goals. Alex Haynes a great goal in that quarter for 2. And then singles to a whole raft of others, including Mitchell Jenke, Tricky Garrett, Jared Rowe, Josh Howard, Kel Morath, Josh Vader, and also overlooked Dane Austin kicked a goal that quarter to give himself 2.
Now, just looking at what the Rovers have done, or the Demons, rather, they have switched a few things up, which I've seen, but we'll get through those in a minute as the ball gets underway in the middle, and the 4th quarter is underway for McDonald's Renmark.
I think we got Krieger forward.
You've been calling for it all day, Nobby, and took the 4th quarter for it to happen.
I can't see him in the back lines.
Just having a look in their attacking 50. No, they've got the Hawkins paddock is what they're running with at the moment. Shea Hawkins, the only man in it at the moment.
And good reason to do it because he's very effective.
The rest of the players sitting up. I think Hugo Krieger might have started on the interchange, Nobby, which is not good to see. Ball into their half forward, the Berri Demons. It finds its way to Hodge. Hodge, a quick kick away to Hawkins. Good lead. Hawkins managed to corral the ball and pick it up off the ground. A quick handball away, but it was the Rovers, Woolston rather, that gets it to Rosenzweig. Quick snap on goal.
Umpire hasn't moved.
Oh, and he says, I don't need to because that's a minor score. 111 plays 22 on the Wireworks, 23 rather on the Wireworks electrical scoreboard.
Some very good ball movement there by the Demons.
Yes, a quick play, and that's when they've looked most dangerous, but unfortunately they haven't been able to do it for long enough.
Look at that kick in from Matt Wolford from fullback.
Finds its way to Milne. Quick handball over the top. And the Rovers work this one down the...
Jenke running past on centre wing. Bombs it deep into the forward line for the Rovers, but...
Jacob Krieger for the Demons. It rakes it up and finds Finlay.
Gee, hasn't he battled hard?
Good mark. Just hold station for a second. Kicks in, makes it into the centre square with the kick.
Jolly all out on his own out here? No. Quickly joined by Gartery.
Gartery's got other plans for that. And now Fraser Sampson's joining the party. And there's Edgell for the Demons, who manages to get a good tackle away, and I reckon he's going to get done holding the ball, and he does.
It was a correct call, but the ump was a fair way away.
Edgell gets the free. Quick handball over the top. Spills. Jolly manages to pick it up again off the ground, who now kicks deep into the attacking 50. Teasdale's the target. He didn't mark it.
Not sure if he should be your number 1 forward target, though.
No,
you've been the shortest bloke in the team.
A Hugo Krieger up there might have clunked that one, Nobby.
Yes, I'm thinking that. Here's Wolford again. Whoa! Met solidly front on.
And gets the free.
He kind of put himself in that position, though. It really wasn't the Demon players' attack on the ball. He was just trying to get hold of it.
So Dan Wolford kicks backwards slightly, finds Harrison Brown. Good mark in the square. Centre square, that is.
He uses the ball well, Harrison Brown.
Kicks down the line. Finds its way.
Matt
Wolford. Quick handball over the top. And
He's the big fella.
And a good kick into the attacking 50. And Alex Haynes takes a great mark for the Rovers. Just under 3 minutes gone. 4th quarter for McDonald's Renmark. It's 5RM football. Really been a bit of a revelation. No Tim Blight playing today for the Rovers, who's usually there.
Sort of hasn't hurt him, has it?
No.
It's probably mean that they've left their big fellas on field more. Gee, nice conversion from the big bloke.
Alex Haynes likes it.
Yep, that's his 3rd goal.
And the Rovers are going towards that 100-point victory as every second ticks down as Kel Morath comes to the boundary.
He limps to the ground. Here comes Jared Rowe. He's looking for a bit of action straight into the middle. I think that might be the last we see of Kel Morath today. He's probably more cramped than anything, but he's got a heck of a limp going.
Battled hard, slotted a goal.
Yep. There are no passengers in that Renmark Rovers side.
So 116 plays 23 for the Berri Demons.
They've got one of those situations where you just got to keep playing well to keep your spot in the side because you're going to be in the grand final.
Yep, and as we just see the ball back in the centre, the umpire Linky gets it underway. Teasdale picked it up out of the corners. And what's concerning for other sides, I'm just looking at some of the Rover players that are here in casual attire today. Yes. Grady Opes, not playing. Will Stockman, also not playing, but here today. And we mentioned about Tim Blight too. So
Yep.
quite a few handy players to come back in.
Oh, what's the old saying, Lockie? Don't handball to a ruckman.
And that's what's happened.
And that's exactly what Luke Teasdale did. Handball to the ruckman. Finlay standing flat-footed and he was brought down.
Vader, good kick towards the attacking 50. Rowe was the target. Balls forward to Sampson.
Oh, nice kick around the body.
And Matty O'Loughlin unable to mark it. He nearly got it, you would suggest. Still a hot footy. Howard manages to get a handball out. Finds the 41 of Jenke. He kicks deep into the attacking 50. Who's the target?
Ooh.
No one from the Rovers or Demons able to mark it. And there'll be a ball up about 10 metres out of the Rover goal.
I think Fraser Sampson's getting a little bit bored across half back and he's come down for a look at the ball. There's Krieger back on he's at centre half forward.
Just as the ball up, Demons try to clear it out and they do so through Jolly. Just looking at the field at the moment, there is no one in the Demons half of the field. Shay Hawkins is the only man and he's screaming for the footy.
And he's got it. Great mark.
Great mark, Shay Hawkins.
Gee,
Berri
moves
Demons.
well, doesn't he?
Plays on, turns his opponent inside out, kicks forward, looking for the 35 of Milburn. Can Milburn get there? He can. Handball's back in board. Shay Hawkins has just run forward after he's kicked the footy. Good kick into the attacking 50. Wesley was there, but the Rovers, through that passage, powered forward and got more defenders there.
Three of them on the switch here. Starting with Wolford. Rowe streaming forward on his own to give the next option.
Takes a bounce.
And gets it.
Jared Rowe, grandstand side, takes a mark. Just holds it up for a second.
They're just so well drilled.
Austin was the target. He got a hand on it, but unable to mark it. As Voigt from the Demons gets it and handballs quickly to Grieger.
Oh, nice cut off by Ricky Garrett.
The kick from Grieger finds its way to Ricky Garrett. On the Rover half forward.
Oh, here he is. Trevor Thorpe for a goal.
Shocking kick, but
Sells
Thorpe,
the dummy.
it doesn't matter. Picks it up. Shot on
Sells
goal.
the dummy and slots the goal.
If you don't mind, Trevor Thorpe puts a goal in the book.
Doing a bit of a lap of honour around the centre square here. Wonder how long since he's kicked a goal.
Could be a while. So there it is. Just 1 point short of that 100-point victory. 122 plays 23, the Berri Demons.
Don't worry, Lockie. You won't have to wait long for it. It's coming.
I did suggest the last time I did see a 100-point victory, I would get some type of celebration fanfare organised, and I must admit I didn't think it was going to happen, so I didn't worry about it. But I'm regretting that decision now.
It's not the result I thought we were going to see today. I was sort of half hoping that Berri would push them all the way.
Yeah, it certainly has been an interesting game this afternoon, that's for sure. Particularly good if you're a Renmark Rovers supporter.
You'd be saying, can we have another quarter?
Just 8 minutes gone in this fourth quarter as the Rovers go into their attacking 50 and a goal straight up.
Dane Austin for his third.
And there's the 100-point victory. Raise the bat, Renmark Rovers. It's 100 points in front. That's happy hour. If it isn't already, it will be soon in the Rovers Club ranks.
I'm thinking 120, 20-goal wins not out of the question here.
Certainly hasn't been a good day for the Berri Demons. It is 5-round football for McDonald's Renmark.
How long are we in on the Nippies clock?
Well, 8 minutes gone on the Nippies clock, so still a good 15 minutes of play to run.
Yep, farm grown, family made. It's always time for Nippies.
Just got some scores through from some of the games. Running pretty late here this afternoon with the amount of goals and behind scored. A fair bit of overtime. Ball up back in the centre. We'll get those scores shortly.
Gartery soars over the pack to knock it 30 metres towards the Renmark goals.
Good tap from Gartery as the ball goes towards the Rovers. Half forward. O'Loughlin dived for it forwards. Wasn't able to mark it. Langford's working hard for the Demons. So they all dive on it. Stacks on. No, ball spills out again out the back. And a good piece of play from Holtham, who tried to charge it out of that.
Grieger again takes it out to the wing. Finds Wesley in a bit of space. Drives it forward to Woolston. He's back after it. No.
Yep, Trevor Thorpe manages to mop it up. And
any number of Renmark players here across half back for the switch. Oh, Jolly's in. No, Wolford, Matt. Gee whiz, he's picked up a stack of the ball. I don't reckon he's wasted a possession today. And you know what else? I don't reckon he's had anyone on him today.
No, you see dangerous kicks from the. I mean, they appear dangerous kicks for other sides, but the Rovers managed to mark it and take the game on.
Matt Wolford to Dan Wolford to Rowe. Bang! He was tunnelled. Yep, the big fella was tunnelled. Alex Haynes crashed to the ground, but not hurt at all. Gets up to take his kick at goal.
So what goal would this be here for Alex Haynes if he's able to put this one away?
This will be his 4th. But you see how that ball moved from deep in the Rovers' defence. Matt Wolford, Tim Wolford, Rowe, Haynes, goal.
And there it is. Another goal for Alex Haynes as the Rovers extend the lead further. 134, place 23. Not a good day for the Berri Demons. Just quickly, final scores. Loxton taking on Barmera Monash this afternoon. The Loxton Tigers, 15-10-100, defeating the Barmera Monash Roos, 6-12-48. And the Waikerie Magpies getting up at Panther Park this afternoon, 11-5-71, defeating the home side, the Panthers, 3-5-23.
Yeah, a better effort for the Panthers and accurate kicking by Waikerie too.
Look, an interesting afternoon of football, that's for sure. Look, you'd suggest Barmera Monash there, 12, quite a few scoring shots there, 6-12-48, certainly in the hunt. Ball back in the centre as the Rucks do battle, and so do the on-ballers as they clear it out, the Rovers that is.
Vader to Dan Wolford. Dan Wolford drives it deep into attack. This time finds Dane Austin on a hard lead.
Great grab from Dane Austin.
What would be 35 metres out?
35 metres out on a
45-degree angle, scoreboard side, coming towards the club rooms. He's got it down on the ground. He's
I'd say if you had the predictor, you'd probably say he's about a 78% chance of kicking this one.
Yeah, he thinks he's more than that, though, I think.
Dana
Here's a left footer.
looks all right to the top of the square, but goes through for a minor score. 20-15-135 plays the Berri Demons 3-5-23 on the Wireworks electrical scoreboard. 11.5 minutes gone, 4th quarter on the Nippies clock.
What do you do if you're Berri? I know what I do. Torp down the middle.
Go the barrel.
Yep.
Well, they must have listened to you. It wasn't a torp, it was just a long drop
But he's
punt.
gone down the middle. Uh-oh.
And what appeared to be a good mark for the
Yep.
Corbett for the Demons was unable to do so, and it was a free kick
Fraser
to the Rovers.
Sampson takes the ball forward. Oh, nice mark. Under pressure.
It's Voigt.
Yep. He's done all right since he's been moved back.
I know Rovers have been in a pretty comfortable position all day, but it must be said that they don't argue one bit with the umpires.
No.
Very
They
disciplined.
just get themselves ready for the next possession.
And even a couple of calls that you might say would have been 50-50, you'd see some other sides maybe fire up about.
Yeah,
They don't worry about it.
Here's Sampson again, this time right on the forward 50 line.
Rovers certainly proving to be a cut above the pack this year. Saying that, a good win from Loxton this afternoon.
See, that's the key to their defence. See, Jack Austin found himself out of the play and behind, but instead of trying to mark it, spoiled it from the Berri defenders to bring it to ground for a chance.
Rowe manages to pick it up, still in the forward 50. Jack Austin was the target. Dane Austin's there too. Dane Austin goes on the ground, wrapped up, and that'll be a free kick. No, not a free kick, sorry.
No, umpire thinking you've had a fair crack today, Dane. I'm going to ball this one up.
135 plays 23 in the way of the Rovers.
Jolly gets the ball. Handball to himself there by...
Yeah, ball
Right,
spills out of
Eagle.
bounds through Teasdale. Good tackle, and it'll be a ball in. 13.5 minutes gone on the Nippies clock. 4th quarter football. 5RM for McDonald's Renmark.
Here he comes back from the grasp of cramp. Tate Milne heading back towards the ground.
Alex Haynes does the ruck work in the attacking
great
50.
Play. If that's a goal, that's the goal of the day. No, point.
Quick snap on goal,
Yeah,
but
good work by Mitchell Jenke there.
unable to get in the...
Whoa!
That is a big mark.
Umpire didn't pay it, so we can't.
It wasn't a mark in the Renmark Rovers
Gee whiz, that would
defensive
have been...
50.
Here we
Just trying
go.
to see
Wesley going through half forward.
Just trying to see who that was because they're taking a bit of time to get off the ground. I reckon that might have been Trevor Thorpe. Deep in the
You're
attacking
right. You're
50.
right.
And Trevor Thorpe is making his way towards the interchange. There's a bit of action going on around the play here, but we'll keep at it here at 5RM as best
Here
we
we
can
go.
as Brad Rosenzweig picks it up across half forward. Quick kick on goal, looks for Hawkins and manages to mark it. Just outside the goal square. Kicking towards the hospital end.
I'm not sure if Trevor Thorpe's coming off for a rub down or oxygen after that.
Certainly flew high.
It's another goal to Shea Hawkins. He's fourth for Berri, and Berri's fourth.
Certainly a Bitmac surfacing hard moment just before from Trevor Thorpe.
Trevor Thorpe, age has not wearied him, nor is gravity confining him at the moment, Lockie.
Certainly battled hard this afternoon, Trevor Thorpe, it must be said, for the Rovers. Popped up for a couple of goals, just as the ball comes back to the centre. 15 minutes gone, fourth quarter football.
I think he's more dirty on himself and not hanging on to it than actually hurting himself.
I think that might be the case. I'm just wondering if he's going to worry about coming back on or not. I mean, he'll want to, but whether it's the right thing to do or not, maybe just rest up.
I'd be thinking, save yourself for another day, Trev.
So Adam Langford gets ready to come back onto the field for the Demons, but
Jared Rowe drives it forward again.
Out of the contest in the centre square. They're all in there, and the Rovers are going to get... No, sorry, the Demons get the free in their defensive 50. Umpire just says, step back off the mark a couple of steps, mate.
Grieger again, tips it around, and now it's Grieger. Chipped to him by Holtham, I think it was.
I reckon you could be right. Archie Holtham.
Yep. Eagle drives it up to Finlay. Gee, this man's just kept going all day, hasn't he? Solo effort in the ruck.
Oh, great grab from Woolston.
Yep.
That is an MTSA Mark of the Day contender, albeit a late one.
Back to Eagle. Gets the ball out. They've got to keep moving forward. This going backwards stuff, not helping them.
Right.
As soon as they turn it over, Renmark are gone.
Rosenzweig
Dan
gets
Wolford,
the kick.
bang, gone.
But now the Rovers...
I think the sun might be playing a bit in their eyes out there, Lockie.
I say both teams' skills have somewhat dropped off a bit in recent times. I mean, Berry's has probably been a bit questionable most of the day, but...
Woolston to Eagle, drives it long. Both players not going too well there. I think they lost the ball in flight. A little bit of a how are you going behind play there.
Yeah, I think it's a bit late in the game for that, boys.
The ball
Just
plays
quiet.
on. It plays on.
Yep, and...
Renmark driving it down the wing. And here he is, Dane Austin again.
Still happening behind the play here, but...
Drives it on to Alex Haynes. Dishes it off O'Loughlin for his fifth. No, misses.
Unlucky for Matt O'Loughlin. As that little scuffle behind play seems to have sorted itself out.
Entertainment at both ends of the ground.
Yeah, look,
The ball's only at one.
probably a bit frustrating for the Demon defenders this afternoon, but still... Umpire Linky was right
It
there.
was well umpired. Let the ball play on.
A kick out now for the Demons, and a good grab from Archie Holtham on the half-back flank. But a shocking kick to Charlie Holtham, who manages to mop it up just, gets a quick handball out. And now there's that man in Edgell for the Demons, handballs, and it goes to the Rovers, who once again
Oh, couldn't get a handle on it.
go on the
Vader
attack.
gets it back on his left foot, Vader.
Is that a coach's goal? No, it's
another
not.
Point.
Another behind for the Rovers, 138, plays 29.
Interesting thing about Josh Vader is he always runs in straight lines at the goals, at the centre of the goals, no matter where he is on the ground.
Kick out for the Demons.
Oh.
Finlay was the target. He didn't get it.
He could have grabbed that again and marked it.
Teasdale out the back, gets a quick kick away.
He needs help. He's got him. The cavalry's here.
And Milburn was the man who got it. Now
Michael
Corbett's trying to wrap it up.
Kicked it to himself but couldn't get it back.
And there he is, Mitch Jenke for the Rovers across half-back, manages to pick it up. But then somehow Rory Moroney ends up with it for the Demons. We're going into a goal. Has it made it home?
It has.
I think it has. Rory Moroney from 50 out off a spilled handball.
We have another goal kicker.
Yes, for the Demons.
Yep. Shea Hawkins with 4 and Rory Moroney with a single. Takes them to the 5 goals, 5, playing Renmark Rovers 20 goals, 18, 138. Convincing lead.
Not a bad goal from Roy Maroney. He intercepted that one
Yep.
off a wayward handball and then took no time in putting it on the boot.
Wearing his 15 and then put it through.
A good effort from Roy Maroney, who, as we said, has been a bit of a live wire up forward. Probably a quiet day by his standards, and saying that not much of the footy in his neck of the woods most of the afternoon. This is 5-round football for McDonald's Renmark as the ball's back in the centre, and there's another clearance, but it doesn't go too far as the Demons through a series of handballs and then a kick from Teasdale, drive it wide, finds its way to Milburn, kicks over the top, looks for Adam Langford, who's made his way up forward. And Langford now with the footy just outside the painted 50, kicks into the 50 looking for a target.
Whoa,
Wesley was the man, but unable to mark it. Ball goes on the ground, and it'll be another ball up.
How much credit do you put into this performance in junk time?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. What are we, 20 minutes gone,
Yeah.
so it's time on. Yeah, I reckon Clint Ridgway and the Berri Demons would just like it if the sign went right now.
But I'm thinking if you're Josh Vader and
Yeah.
Berri kicks a couple of goals, you're not really too concerned, are you?
No.
Because you guys have packed it away. I mean, look, they put a winning score on the board a long time ago.
Berri proving to be a bit of a strange...
I tell you who hasn't stopped, Lockie, is Zach Gartery. Look how high he's still getting up.
As we saw the Demons last week, and they put in a phenomenal effort against Loxton, only losing by 4 points. But the week before that, against Waikerie, only kicking 1 goal.
Do you think it might have flattened them?
Well, I don't know. Well, last week, well, I mean, it was a hard game, that's for sure. I knew they have been without Brody
is.
Thompson today too. But
Yeah, that's the big miss, I reckon. Structure-wise and everything. Oh,
it's the Rovers through a series of
Yeah.
quick fire handballs. It's almost like a head.
oh, look at that. Did you see that? That was Matt Austin to Tim Austin to Dan.
Yep.
No,
And then
Austin's
Walford, and then
Walford's.
Matty O'Loughlin was the target.
And,
Punch forward.
it was different. Here he is.
Now,
Again,
now there's Matt Walford, who finds
It was
his teammate.
different order this time. That's what caught me out, Lockie.
Matt O'Loughlin now trying to run onto the footy deep in the forward pocket. What can he do? Dives over the footy, spills over the boundary, and it'll be a ball in. What are we? Nearly 22 minutes gone. Fourth quarter Riverland football. 5-run for McDonald's Renmark.
Can't be much left in this.
Wouldn't have thought so. It's been not a good afternoon for the Berri Demons, but a phenomenal one if you're a Rovers supporter.
Look,
And-
they'd take a lot of confidence from this if
And
they
you-
needed it. Here he comes.
And you spoke about the effort in junk time. Well, Trevor Thorpe is coming back onto the field.
I thought he'd been around long enough to realise that he probably wouldn't mind staying on the bench for a bit longer.
Ball in, ball drives towards the Demons half back, and they get another kick, but it finds
Here he
the
is.
Rovers.
Thorpe snuck on all on his own. He's out this side.
And here he is, Matt Walford now on the forward flank. Takes a mark. And he's looking for a target. Thorpe's got a paddock, but decides to go to
Going
the
down
centre.
middle. Whoa.
Haynes was the target. He didn't mark it. And now the Demon defenders work it out.
Thorpe looking for goal number 2. That first one's whet his appetite.
He wants another one in the book, but the Demons have other plans as the ball goes
Another
forward.
great
And a great
mark
mark,
from
Shea
Hawkins.
Hawkins. And that was an MTSM mark of the
Yeah.
day. And Wesley's the man running onto the footy. Him and Jared Rowe are going at it.
He's been
but
solid all day, Ray.
Rowe manages to drive it over the line for a rush behind. Great mark from Shea Hawkins,
Yeah,
though.
absolutely. You'd have to say he's been their best player,
Absolutely.
along with the ruckman.
The ball, grandstand side wing, finds its way to Harrison Brown. Kicks it,
He's gone.
finds Garrett. Garrett turns quickly and finds Thorpe. And number 2 for the Rovers.
Nice kick into the forward lines, but plenty of Berri players waiting to block that space up.
Yeah, Finlay almost playing that loose man in defence after doing all the ruck work as well.
Yeah.
But the Rovers have got other plans
Tim
here.
Walford nurses it forward
And a good mark from Jack Austin.
and finds Jack Austin. He's, apart from a real burst in the first quarter and a little burst in the last quarter, been a bit spasmodic, but gets to finish with another goal perhaps.
I think that's the nature of how he plays. He sort of pops up. When he's on, he's on.
Yeah, well, he certainly set the trend early in the game. Kicked first 2 goals won.
Austin now has a shot.
So he might have bookended the game, like he kicked the first goal and the last goal, perhaps.
21-18, 144. Plays the Berri Demons 5-6-36. And the Rover fans behind the goals at the town ends. I wouldn't say they're going over the top, but they're having a good afternoon.
Yeah, it's certainly Berri have certainly had a struggle right from the first bounce, really.
Just having a look quickly at some other scores around the grounds this afternoon. Loxton 15-10-100 to the Barmera Monash Roos 6-12-48, and Loxton North 3-5-23 to Akery 11-5-71. So we're just waiting on something here. They might, I think there's been a blood rule. So there has been. So Matt Hodge is going to have to leave the field, and Tom Jolly will run on. He probably thought he had the rest of the game off for the Berri Demons.
You'd almost be taking your boots off if you're coming off at this time of the day, wouldn't you?
Nearly 26 minutes gone.
Hodge is out of the game, not going through the interchange. He's run up the white flag. He won't be back.
Ball back in the centre, 144 plays, 36. It's been a big day for the Renmark Rovers, and they're not done yet. They're still trying to add to their score, which is frightening. Garrett out of the centre. Looks for O'Loughlin across half forward. Finds its way to Vader. They all dive on it. O'Loughlin tries to get a hand on it and keep it going forward. And umpire Linky says that's my footy, boys.
There's a few of them in search of, there's him and Alex Haynes both in search of their 5th goal.
It's an interesting one this afternoon, that is for sure. Particularly for the state of the competition this afternoon, Nobby.
Yep. It certainly shows you the difference between the very good consistent sides and those that are battling to try and keep with them.
What will the other teams take out of this one this afternoon, Nobby?
That you can't let Renmark jump you early and get in front. You just can't.
It's certainly one of those things, isn't it, this afternoon?
Once they do, they tend to back themselves in, take the ball up and down the middle and run forward at all opportunity.
Ball back now towards the...
Tim Wolford gets it on the boot.
Rovers 50 as the light continues to fade here at Renmark this afternoon.
Grieger moves it out in the half-back.
27 minutes gone, 4th quarter. It's been a long quarter and a long game. 144 plays 36 on the Wireworks electrical scoreboard.
Shouldn't be much left. There it is.
There it is, full time. A big win for the Renmark Rovers. 21-18, 144 to the Berri Demons, 5-6-36. We'll have all the wrap up and everything you need to know straight after this.